Hey everyone, welcome to episode 29 of the EunityCast. It is Wednesday, August 15th right now.
Almost not Wednesday.
Almost not Wednesday. Yeah, we're getting another
It's
lead.
almost Thursday, August 16th.
16th.
Did you say 12th?
No,
I
2
said
hours.
15th.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He didn't fuck it up.
Anyways, I'm Riccio.
I'm Dan.
Nah, I'm Sompy.
Perfect. We got our names right.
Yeah.
Off to a good start, even though we're getting ridiculously tired. So do any of you guys want to start with what you guys have been doing this week, or do we just want to
Go.
Played so much Pokemon.
really,
Pokemon Heart Gold version.
really
So much.
on?
You saw my wallpaper, right? For my
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a black and white wallpaper, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Pokemon is still great. I'm trying to like show you stuff as I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Trying to subliminally message you.
The thing is, like,
playing a game, but
My 3DS has been hanging out on my table for a really long time, even though there's games that I've gotten for it, like Kid Icarus, which I
Yeah.
got really into, and then just whatever, like a day later, it was like, hey, well, this is
Yeah, you played a lot of that right up front.
that Resident Evil I still had to finish, which I
Man,
was
you
actually
did
enjoying.
You did a lot of Resident Evil though.
But
That was like 2 days.
I mean, like, as much as I'd ever play it, it would be like while I'm traveling on the bus or something. But during that, I'm always listening to podcasts, so I don't want to do anything else.
you don't need the volume on to play Pokemon.
Or
Well, no, it's not that. It's I'll be playing the game and not be paying attention to the podcast or
I'm driving you now.
what.
Or
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna be
that's right.
driving you now.
Well, we'll
You
see.
guys go back to school.
We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to drop money into it because
Into what?
podcast gold. No, Pokemon either. No, I was supposed to buy Pokemon Black. I think we talked last time.
Pokemon Black or White.
Yeah. So that
One of those two.
When's Black 2 coming out again? You said it last time.
End of October.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact date.
Maybe. There's still hope for me. We'll see when I go back to school.
You
or something.
shouldn't just like play it and then immediately buy it because you only have enough like energy. You like Pokemon is not a game that you just like marathon.
No,
You play
No.
one like every few months.
Oh, yeah.
Tops.
Yeah.
No, you don't go through everyone.
So I guess I won't play Black 2 for a really long time. Man, I want to just have not EA Black. Who made Black?
What?
The shooter game Black.
What?
I don't know.
No, does this?
I had a GameCube.
Oh, well, it was on.
No, it was not.
It was not on GameCube.
It was on Xbox.
Wow, I don't remember what Black was made by, but anyway, I just thought of that. Black 2 never got made. Black 1 was kind of cool, but kind of shitty. I don't know why we're talking about this. I don't know how I even thought about it. My brain's currently fucked up. Regardless, I might actually pick up Black at some point. Pokemon Black at some point.
The thing is about Pokemon games, there is no point in waiting because they
No.
will never ever go down in price.
They don't.
Yeah.
No.
At
If
most,
any,
they
go
get
up.
they go like if you buy a Game Boy Advance one right now because that's
Yeah.
the generation behind,
Yeah.
it's more expensive.
Yeah, because
Yep.
now they're rare.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So it's
Goes
better
up
to
and-
just buy a Pokemon game on release day and then sit on it, even if you're never going to play it.
Well, I don't think you can play it if it's in your butt. And that's the kind of humor I'm going to be doing tonight. No, what I might do is actually wait till you have a coupon for either like a Future Shop or something, which is like a Best Buy in Canada, even though there's Best Buys in Canada.
There's both.
There's both.
There's
yeah.
way more Future Shops than Best Buy.
But I can maybe get like a $15 coupon or something, and
from like the pre-ordering.
yeah,
stuff?
from like pre-ordering, and then maybe I'll get
Use that.
either Call of
to,
Duty or something from Future Shop, and then just get the $15, throw it towards Pokemon, and then try it, give it a shot, get back into the Pokemon craze. But I don't know.
Don't buy Heart Gold or Soul Silver
No.
because those are probably the most content-packed ones.
Oh.
But I don't know if like the original Gold or Silver was this way, but the like reason like in Pokemon games you never have objectives. You just have like
Keep going.
You'll finish something, like you'll beat a gym leader or something,
Yeah.
then you'll walk out of the gym, and then someone that you've like been traveling with or have encountered a bunch will come up to you and they'll like say in their dialogue like, hey, you should really go to like this city and check this out, and that's like what you're supposed to do. But like the things that you're supposed to do to trigger those events in Gold fucked up.
How
Like
so?
I had to game facts like 3 or 4 times. I've never had to do that
Seriously?
to like find my way around in a Pokemon game before. Now I had to.
It's
So
follow the fucking line in most Pokemon games.
Most of I thought in Pokemon, well, at least the ones I can remember, it was like, hey, you go up into like a town, and right before the town there'll be like a rock, and you'll
Yep.
be like, well, I can't break that rock, and then you beat the gym, and it's like, hey, look, now you have like Smash or whatever the hell it was.
yeah, that's still there. Those are called hidden machines. They're
No, but I meant in terms of the flow of getting from one area to another. You'd always encounter something that's like, oh, I'm going to need to train some Pokemon to have this power. And then you get to a town, it's like, hey, there's water. Now I'm going to need swim. And then you beat the gym or whatever, and then they give you swim or something.
Yeah, that's basically how it is.
Yeah,
and
which isn't too bad.
Normally, like, you'll get that HM, the move to teach people for, it's like Surf or Rock Smash or
Cut.
I was watching you play today.
Flash.
Yeah.
I was watching you play today, and I don't know if I realized it. Does the game still work off of SP and stuff, like or move points or
Yeah,
whatever?
still.
Yeah.
Pokemon is
Really?
the same core game.
And how do you
It'll
refresh it by going back?
Healing at a Pokemon
Pokemon
Center,
Center.
or
what's
there's
the-
certain items called elixirs and
Yeah,
ethers
yeah.
that will refill.
Okay.
It's
moves.
elixir. I thought
And
elixirs were
I
healing.
completely forgot about that.
No, elixirs and ethers. Ethers heal a single move. Elixirs
Oh,
heal
okay.
all of them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But now they added the whole like
but-
subcategory of breeding and like, is this one smart? Is it?
That's been there since
breeding?
Ruby. Yeah, if you put two Pokemon in a daycare, and then the daycare person's like, "There was this egg just found near you, but I don't know what. You take it if you want."
Or I'm making an omelet.
There's Pokemon Snoo.
Yeah.
No, they're in a daycare. They've found a mysterious egg.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
Yep.
So you're
Or you-
It's
saying,
not even implied in the slightest that they are breeding.
so you're
Or
saying,
you jam them with Ditto.
oh no, hold on. You're saying in the future, if ever I have like a wife or something, and we have twins, we put the twins in the daycare, and one happens to be a male, and the other one's a female.
You might find a mysterious egg.
And then the daycare owner goes, hey, you can have this.
I don't like where that went. I wish I could have stopped myself. If I could go back in time and stop that from being said,
This is only if your kids are Pokemon, though. Otherwise, nothing will happen. It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's all good.
I think I'm just going to cut that out of the podcast, and it's going to go right to the, this is, if your kids are Pokemon. Look, no one's going to understand. What is this? And then they'll hear this. I got to cut this out. No.
It's like, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but the thing is that in the other Pokemon games, in the first one, and that second generation is the only Pokemon generation that I haven't played anything of.
The new one? Wait, which generation?
Gold.
Oh, okay, the
Silver.
old. Okay.
I never played those ones. I played the original ones, then I played the third generation, which is like Ruby,
Gold
Sapphire,
and whatever was
Emerald.
still color, or was that?
Like red, blue, yellow were
Yeah.
on Game Boy.
Were
Then
first gen.
Gold, Silver, and Crystal
Were-
were color.
Yeah.
And then Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald were Game Boy Advance.
Okay,
And
those
they
are the ones I didn't
also
play.
remade Red and Green from Japan
Oh.
and put them on the Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
Oh.
So
Wow,
I
so I
started
haven't
playing
been-
Pokemon on the Game Boy Advance. So I played Ruby first, then I played Leaf Green.
I think the advance is when I stopped playing.
What?
Okay,
Really?
so-
I think.
Well,
So that's
You only ever mentioned that you played like Red
Yeah.
and Blue.
yeah. So,
So
because I
you
was
never
I had
played
them up into
the
my
color ones.
Pokemon. Not Pokemon. My Nintendo Pocket Color. That was.
SP.
I had an SP and stuff, but no,
I
I mean I
love
had
the
Pokemon
SP.
games into my my pocket, and that was it. That sounds
Oh.
really bad.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
I don't understand, but okay.
traditionally in Pokemon games, and it's been this way in all the new ones and in the first one, when you're right. Like when you go to a gym, you will get that like surf
Yeah.
thing like right before it or right after, and the person in the gym when you beat them will be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, and your Pokemon can use this move out of battle," and you're like, "Oh, okay, great." Because I just got this, or you walk outside, it's like, here's this thing. It's like, oh, great, I just was talked to about this. In this one, it's like, oh, yeah, so to get surf, you actually have to go into this dance theater like 2 cities back that you might not have visited and talk to these people, and then you have to beat off a Team Rocket guy. Oh, God, that came out wrong.
Yeah. Dude, you even said guy.
You have to...
In a dance club? What kind of dance?
You have to...
What kind of dance club are you going?
You have to fight away a Team Rocket guy.
That sounds even worse. Oh
And-
yeah, baby.
Anyways,
Keep going.
you have to get rid of him, and then you have to go outside and talk to an old man who's like,
Do you beat him
"Hey,"
off too?
No.
Can
"Hey,
you?
No.
Do you ever learn a move called beat off?
No.
Can your Pokemon ever do
No.
that kind of trick? Okay.
What, he uses Harden though.
And it's just like, hey, thanks for getting rid of that Team Rocket guy.
For beating off that.
So here's this HM, and
Beat
now
off.
you can go continue on in the story.
So let me get this right. An old man will watch you beat off a dude, and then he'll give you a
So I'm fucking out with this.
Just like, do you get to surf people after they use Harden, or can you dig into someone? Anyway, that's enough Pokemon.
You so fly.
Oh, look, there's my childhood. I just ruined it. Let's check that off my boxes of stuff to do.
I guess sticking with the retro.
I'm just gonna push the mic back in your face.
My point is, play
That's some
Black
good
or
Foley
white.
work, that, by the way.
Play what?
black or white.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Because there's actually a really good story, and it's not fucking like weird getting that like story progression items and stuff. So
The Pokemon Subway.
Would it be cool if you could put them in the daycare and then it asks you to like for
We're really
like
going back to this.
no. If you have like for Black 2, if you put them in the daycare and because like you walk around with the 3DS and it'll tell you like, hey, you got footsteps, or it has like the shaking.
Actually, for Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they had a pedometer that came
really?
with it, and you could load a Pokemon in there, and real life steps would add XP onto it.
Yep.
Well, that's cool. What I would do is I'd put them in the daycare and then you'd shake it, and then you'd hear like the Pokemon sounds, like but like in really seductive ways. And then you could like if you wanted to, you could flip it open and then use an AR card to like kind of like peek into like a window, and you just shake. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. I don't want to be. This is Pokemon Snap. Oh,
I want to play Pokemon Snap.
Anyway, I don't know why the hell I'm even. Anyway.
Does anybody own it?
I don't know why my
You're
brain
ruining the innocence of Pokemon. They found a mysterious egg. Nothing was happening there. It happens to be the same type of Pokemon as the female version, but don't worry about that.
Do you think the egg came out of the woman Pokemon or the man Pokemon?
Poop. That's all I've got for that.
Or Devin's right. One could have pooped it if they ate an egg.
Yeah,
It's
you
like-
don't know that.
I don't like this conversation. Can we go into another game?
Yes, that's fine.
Great.
I was trying to have a serious fucking
I
talk
went-
about
I went
the way
back to it.
Pokemon games are fucking built.
I was even done talking about it, and I went back to it.
I played Battletoads.
Dude, what?
Yeah, like Battletoads. That's what I played.
Sleeping Dogs.
I played Battletoads and Double Dragon and watched Total Recall and
The,
Leverage.
the new the new Total Recall movie?
No, the old one.
Oh.
This, by the
You
way,
think I'm the real Quaid?
This is a PSA to
It is.
anyone that
I don't know why he
listens
sounded
to this
like weird.
podcast. You should watch Leverage. You included Riccio.
Yeah, it's good.
It's on Netflix. It's fantastic.
You'll love it. It's endorsed by Dan and Devin.
I can't even like
What?
lift that much though.
What the fuck
To
are you?
to pull myself. I don't know. Leverage. This could be like a weightlifting climb over edges show. Anyway, point is,
What? It makes no sense.
I'm trying to associate things and it's not working. My brain's not doing it.
Leverage is a fantastic television program. You
It
should
is
watch
family
it.
fun
Riccio, and
programming.
everyone listening to this. It's on Netflix.
In Canada.
Yeah.
It's probably there in the States too.
Yep.
Who am I kidding?
Canada has way less Netflix content than the States.
Yeah, that's true. But
But
apparently in the States it switches out faster.
Yeah, it does.
So
Yeah, but then the stuff comes back faster too. So
could you imagine if they just switched out individual episodes? Like the 5th episode would just be gone.
I mean, like the worst. I would not pay for that.
there's actually this site.
Yeah.
One of my guys at work showed it to me. It's like what's new on Netflix.ca or something like
Oh,
that, and
Jesus.
it just like every time they put on a show or like they show like what's expiring soon. and
So it's like the
so
CDN thing for Steam almost, but for
Yeah.
yeah, but
That's
there actually
awesome.
has like a UI, and it's not just
Oh,
fucking random registry
good.
fucking things.
good.
But yeah, it's great. I'll find out the exact URL, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Does
What's new
Netflix
on
have a
want it.
just random button? Does
Yeah,
Netflix?
yeah, no, it does.
I forgot.
Really?
It's got like a random thing. If you scroll on
You
your
can
PC,
stumble into
like
some pretty horrible shit.
Oh, I don't even mean scrolling down to something random. I just mean like
No,
hitting
no,
a button
like-
and it just picks an
Oh,
episode
no,
out
it
of a
doesn't.
random show somewhere.
It,
Just
it
plays
doesn't have that. No, but it's like down at the bottom, it'll have random videos.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just click on one of those.
Yeah.
I love
The
Netflix.
chat says that Netflix is bad, and the only good thing is Breaking Bad and Mad Men. No, Leverage is also good.
Yes.
Don't
Apparently-
even know what you're saying.
No,
Go
yes,
and watch
it is.
Apparently, from what I've heard, is you used to be able to pick the quality of Netflix, like what your videos
Yeah,
are
you
streaming
can
at.
still.
You
do
can
that.
apparently do that, but now it's being like kind of throttled or something by
Yeah.
Netflix, where it'll give you shitty quality if there's too much going on and you just can't.
Is it? I'm getting fucking 720p videos.
Yeah, I know.
all day,
I,
all
I,
the time.
I had
So-
that same thing too. So I don't know. I just heard people mentioning that recently, and I was like, oh, well, that's like maybe not in Canada.
Sucks. No, because Canada, it's just keeps going up.
I've
full
also started
720.
watching Justified.
What's that?
It's like
Oops.
I don't know, kind of like a modern.
Wait,
Western.
so if you bring like
Oh.
Justified and Leverage into a daycare, and then you shake your 3DS, does like doors?
So Richie, you played some Sleeping Dogs, right?
You get Breaking Bad.
I don't like using the word Breaking Bad when you're talking about putting two things in a room and
Richie,
having.
you-
No, you played Sleeping Dogs.
Richie, you played
Okay,
Sleeping
yeah.
Dogs?
Oh man, that's a good game.
I just bought it.
Oh,
Like approximately. How long is this podcast ago?
yeah,
About,
right before the podcast.
about 12 minutes ago, I bought this.
I believe that we didn't even have to sell you on what the game was. I think our only words were, I think you can get it for $36 or something, and then I had to look over. Okay.
And you just gone into just this like fucking passed out. You were just on autopilot, just like, oh, it's just There's my credit card number. Okay, all right.
Shit.
We're like, Devin, are you buying that right now? And you just like looked up and we're like, huh? What? What's going on?
Maybe I might have bought it.
So I think we should mention that we all bought it for PC.
Yes.
From Green Man Gaming.
For Green Man Gaming, which is...
We're promoting... We should get them to sponsor us.
That'd be cool, but no.
I'm going to send them an email.
So, from what I know, I think that game is Steam only.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Steamworks.
Yeah, Steamworks. And what you can do is, at least on the PC version, actually, I don't know if you can install it to the disc on 360 or something, but there's a high res texture pack.
Yep.
The more and more I hear about it, apparently it doesn't actually change too much, except for like the neon signs are a bit crisper and like little details on clothing.
Don't ever walk up to an air conditioner and look at it really closely. I was describing this to Riccio over lunch. Some stuff in the game looks really fucking good.
Yeah,
like the side of an air conditioner, the grates are individually textured and like popping out and stuff. And you look at the front of the air conditioner and it's a fucking garbage flat texture. And I was like, what the fuck is even happening here?
Somebody designed one side and then left the other one to another person. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, and that other person was like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. I'll go home, so...
No one's going to walk up to
I just drew this in paint. Fine, just push to final game.
But no...
you think the game beta testers would have looked at the air conditioner and been like...
I don't think they looked at the air conditioner. It's in the back of your like apartment where you never would walk.
That's a real good air conditioner. That side's looking a little shifty, though.
Not to sell...
No, I'm saying the side that is like half out the window that you can't even see is perfectly like 3D textured, and the front is a flat garbage texture.
Oh, God.
But anyways, not to sell that game short, that game is actually really good other than this air
it's
conditioning
just
thing.
a stupid texture thing that I noticed.
I'm
The
excited.
game otherwise is fantastic.
Dan, you said you played for at least like half an hour. You got out of the starting intro
How
missions?
much ever you played at your midnight thing is the exact amount that I played.
Pretty much what happens is the game gives you like a few intro missions, and then you kind of go to your apartment, and then it's, okay, now you can free roam, do whatever the hell you want. So you
I stopped right before that.
So you just finished with the intro things. And even so far, like out of that, the storyline and the characters in this game are so sweet. I think I've dropped maybe like 3 or 4 hours into it. No, not 3 or 4.
Well, that's not bad.
No, maybe 3 or 4. I'm not sure if I can actually figure out the number. But
I'll tell you on there.
But anyways, yeah. No, the story and the characters are really good. The voice acting is like phenomenal. I really love the animations in the game as well. They're some of them are kind of like wonky looking ish.
I think it's the right look for
But I mean,
a game like that.
In the cutscenes and the kind of walking around looks awesome. I think the only animations that I don't like is when you're sprinting. It looks just kind of a little weird. Guess I've played 2 hours, so I'm gonna go with 3.
Not bad.
But anyway, yeah. I don't know. It's good. It feels really good. There's
Who published it?
It's Square Enix.
Square Enix. Who developed it?
I will get you the information.
United Front Games.
Thank you, Dan. Good. Busting that one out.
Do you know why I know
hell.
that?
Why?
Because their only previous published title was Mod Nation Racers.
Oh, really?
So they made 2 games, Mod Nation Racers and Sleeping Dogs.
Well, they're both good games.
Well, the Mod Nation Racers team is also working on Little Big Planet karting, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's quite the...
Now that they're done
let's
with
go make
Sleeping
some
Dogs.
crazy...
Super mod-based karting game. Okay, let's super gritty crime drama. Okay, mod-based karting game.
Wait, you know what? Now that you mention it, can you side... Do you ever... have you played Mod Nation Racers, Dan?
Yeah. What the
Can
hell out
you
of it.
slide cars sideways? And
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually.
okay, so that's taken straight from that game then.
Oh, really?
Because what you can do in this game is when you're driving, not only is there like, there's a game on the PSP where you can jump from car to car and stuff, as well as you were mentioning Wheelman before.
Wheelman.
You can jump from car to car in Carjack, which is awesome.
We should really play that demo.
Yeah.
I
But
kinda really want to now.
there's if you hold, well, at least I play with an Xbox controller on the PC, and if you hold X and push a direction while you're driving, you kind of do like a side weird unrealistic side swipe or forward like shove, like your car becomes like a
Yeah, Mod Nation
punch.
Racers on the PS3, you just hit the right stick in directions and you'll
Yeah.
like shunt.
So it does, it's shunt. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. You can do that in this game with amazing results, if I may say. Actually, anytime a car is driving and like a tire pops, it goes into like a slow motion, like car flipping out of control, like over thing. It looks fucking awesome.
I am so excited.
Aren't you glad you just fucking bought this on a whim?
I'm kind of tempted
But
to start downloading it,
what's-
but we're streaming.
No. What's pretty awesome is
I need the copy of the game.
the fighting in this game Like it seems to be heavily on the melee combat or melee combat.
Either pronunciation is acceptable.
And and there's like these bone crunching sounds, and Dan and I agree on one of the actual finisher things you can do, because you can throw people into environmental stuff.
Yeah, it's all about the grabs.
Mhm.
So any of the like crazy environmental stuff is like you'll grab someone, and then all these objects in the environment will start flashing red.
Oh,
Mirror's Edge style.
Yeah, well, not really.
No, it's red.
It's not just differently textured red. It's just like
Yeah.
flashing
Yeah.
light.
Yeah,
red.
yeah.
And you can drag the guy over to that, or you can sprint at a guy at anything, like a wall or a table or whatever. And when you get there after the sprint, you'll like slam his head into the table, or like smash his head into the wall and just like punch him again. And that's brutal enough. But if you go up to any of these red objects, there's like an extra finisher, which I think they're all insta kills.
Yeah, I'd say so. At least incapacitate them.
The ones that we like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's two in particular on a rooftop battle. I think, is that the last mission before the free roam? Yeah, okay. So there's two on the roof. Now, my favorite one is where it's like a vent that comes up over the fence on top of the roof. So it's like in an L shape, and you'll like smash the guy's head into the grate, breaking it, and then like pick him up by like the back of his pants and just like throw him into the vent. So it's just his legs are like dangling out the back of the vent, but he's like inside.
Oh god!
And for the rest of the fight, all you're hearing is like him like stuck in there trying to like
in the vent, like trying to squeeze out.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
Riccio's favorite one is I'll let you describe it, Riccio.
So pretty much there's air conditioning vents or fans.
They're like ceiling mounted.
Yeah,
air conditioning
so
units.
they're coming, and you're on top of the roof, and so the fan's spinning. So you just grab someone's face and you throw it into the blades. Well, push it into the blades,
and then
he's screaming.
Will come up.
What?
Did you get a quick time event on that one of those?
No,
I did. You just had to keep mashing X to just like shove his face.
Oh my god!
Like,
it's just automatic for me.
Oh,
but yeah, so
brutal.
but they're screaming, and it's like, and it's slowly like cutting more of his face, so it's more liquidy as it's going until it just stops.
And he just like collapses over.
Yeah.
How do you think they made that sound?
Okay. I don't know, but those sound guys are amazing.
Yeah.
In the quick time event one, the guy is like, if the guy has like high health.
Yeah.
So it won't be an insta-kill unless you do the button mash correctly. And it's like you're just like trying to push his head in. He's like trying to hold it back with his hands. And you're just like slowly like pushing his head in. It's like a close-up on his head. It's like grinding against the air conditioner.
Oh my god. Yeah, I never got a quick time event on that.
That sounds ridiculous. Especially since you're supposed to be an undercover cop.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Which is not a spoiler. That's actually given to you like minutes
it's
within
the back of the box.
Yeah, it's back of the box.
Yeah.
You're an undercover cop.
Which is funny because every mission you're supposed to be like with being an undercover cop in the Yakuza or something. Triads. Sorry, that's the word.
triad.
Not Yakuza. Sorry. Triads, and you're also a cop. And every mission, it's like, hey, you've been doing brutal stuff. Here's some triad points. Oh, you've been kind of helping civilians and not breaking random stuff around the town. Like, oh, here's some cop points.
Sending cars careening into everything in the level.
So one mission was like, hey, you should totally go and intercept these people in a car. I ran over like people and everything, and then like my cop rating, like you start with 3 badge points, and it slowly kind of depletes and gives you less and less experience.
The triad starts at 0 and you build it up.
And you build it up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So every mission I've done so far that it has had a cop meter has been like empty for me because I end up just fucking I can't drive. That's
So you just hit
and it's not because the controls are bad because they're really really good. I just can't drive.
It's just that shunt thing, eh?
It's the shunt thing, but also I tend to like driving like on sidewalks for no reason. And when you have a motorcycle, just holding wheelie and seeing as far as I can go without having to move left and right. So I just hate everything. It's amazing.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the game doesn't have multiplayer. It does, however, have like leaderboard tracking for everything you do. Like, hey, you've been wheeling for 16 seconds. Your friend currently has this. Oh, you just passed him. Your other friend has this. You're gonna beat him. Oh shit, and you're number 1 on your friends list. Like,
you can also every time you finish a mission, it goes replay mission unlocked, so you can replay everything that you do.
Because everything is points based, which is cool.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
As well as you can level up and stuff. And I was playing it on stream, and somebody from the stream, Skindem, bought me a. People have been calling it like a cheat pack. It kind of gives you some bonus experience points for Triad, Cop, and Face Value. Face Value is like a generic kind of level to give you more health bonuses from stuff, and all sorts of random things. And there's no way to turn it off, and it auto-leveled me up to like level 4, which apparently I wasn't even supposed to be level 2 yet, and the levels are kind of really slow. So I have like a huge, insane like damage boost. I can do like flying kicks and like fucking slow-mo jump from cars and shit. It's crazy. But
made your game better.
Made my game kind of better really fast, but I don't know.
You broke it.
Yeah, I don't know if I broke it.
I wonder if like some earlier missions are going to be super fucking easy now that you have some of those.
Yeah,
It's like, quick, hijack this car, and it's like, oh, you fail a mission if he runs away just because you can't catch him. But
now I can actually hijack a car without even sending off an alarm because you can use like a
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim. So he's like, and it doesn't alert like cops or people.
Really?
But I think that's one of the first things you can unlock regardless.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So it's not that
But
ridiculous.
yeah, no, that's cool. There's also a DLC pack that you can get clothing, but they're both $2.
I got that for free for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some weird stuff.
Also, you can get a Just Cause 2 pack.
Oh.
Yeah, if you have Just Cause 2 installed, or I guess on 360 and PS3, if you have a save file, it'll give you Rico's shirt.
Really?
Well, Rico's
The
everything.
whole outfit.
Yeah.
The crazy boots and
But
like
the claw doesn't
claw
work.
arm thing.
It doesn't work though.
No,
but
but-
that'd be so sweet.
That is
If
pretty
it was
sweet.
just like a
It just drops
breaks
Rico in
the
the
whole
game.
game and just like you're just playing Just Cause 2 in the Sleeping Dogs
All the
world.
voiceovers become shit. You're in Panau now. It's like the chick who sounds like a dude and like everything from Just Cause 2.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So
That cross advertising works though, because I was definitely like, I kind of just.
I want to
Dude,
play
with the
this
Just
now.
Cause 2 multiplayer stuff going on, as much as I didn't get to play this weekend for the new multiplayer patch they put out, which apparently now has like hit detection and damage on weapons and weird stuff, other things. I didn't get to mess around with it, so I don't know too much about it, but playing that makes me want to go back and play Just Cause 2, because that game is fucking so much fun.
It was fun. It was very fun.
Awesome.
I played a lot of that in school
Yeah.
when it probably should have been studying, but
Explosions are nice.
Whatever, you guys passed.
Yeah.
it passed well too.
So yeah, other than Sleeping
Half the
Dogs,
people in the program are cheaters. Anyways.
Hey,
Anyway.
I didn't cheat actually.
No, I'm not saying you did. I'm saying everyone else.
Anyway.
did, so they
Or-
fail the
or-
tests. Anyways,
other than Sleeping Dogs, anything else that you guys want to mention?
Hero Academy.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. Do we want to start this now? Oh man.
All right,
Dan, what did you think of Hero Academy
I
release
love the
on
new
Steam?
update. The new team is great. The only thing imbalanced about Team Fortress is if they get free stomps.
Yep. I almost don't even want to talk about it.
and go on.
No, that's good.
First of all, there's about 1%, maybe less, of the purchase base that Hero Academy is totally fucking broken on the PC. They can't launch it. They can't sign in. They can't do anything.
1%, you say?
Like, no, less than 1%.
Sucks to be those
Riccio
guys.
is in that percent.
Really, you're in that fucking percent, aren't you? So you hate the shit out of it.
Do I want
So
to?
the entire first day that game was out, I'd see him popping in and out of Hero Academy because it would start and then just like fucking crash and just like
Oh God.
And the worst.
destroy itself. So I was just getting intermittent Steam messages from Riccio just being like, fuck this fucking game. What the fuck? This is... No, I hate this. This is
No.
fucking
Well,
stupid.
the funny thing is, and not to hate anybody on my friends list, I wasn't actually annoyed, but it was just like, it was funny because it was like, hey, Richo's playing Hero Academy. Richo, stop. Richo's playing Hero Academy. And they're like, oh, dude, you're playing it. Let's start some turns together. I'm like, I can't fucking play the game. And
Oh, God.
I didn't actually rage on anybody, but no. So the entire first day, I couldn't connect to anything. I couldn't even load it up. It would just go like, hey, here's Hero Academy. And then it would crash. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably just like I got to validate the files. And it's like, no, everything's good. I'm like, all right, well, I'll re-download the game. Re-download it. Still does the same thing, except for this time it would kind of show the Hero Academy like splash screen and be like, it's loading. The cursor's turning to the hand. And it would glitch out. And it would take like a minute. So I was like, every time you're wondering if it's actually going to load up. And I think I don't know if it was 2 or 3 days passed before.
It's 2.
Yeah. So I was checking forums, and then what the forums would do is they would post. I thought the threads were getting deleted, but they were getting bumped like fucking below everything, because I was following threads with people who had the same issues as me, which was it wouldn't load at all.
And there was like, wasn't there like 3 or 4 people
Yeah,
or something?
there's like only 3 or 4 people. One guy, it was actually posted on the forums that you had to uninstall Steam, delete everything Steam related, go through your registry files and delete every Steam related key and reinstall Steam and then re-download it,
And then it works.
and then it would work. That was not the error I was getting, and I did not want to go through that. So what I ended up doing is just waiting. I was like, I'm really pissed right now, but it'll get a patch. It'll work. I can kind of play it on my phone, even though now it like destroys my 3G's battery or 3GS's battery.
By the way, you asked me to see if it would drain my phone's battery too? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what happened, but I think it just maybe checks more. You were saying, it's connecting to more servers or
Yeah.
something. But yeah. So I was having that issue, And then what else happened? Oh, so what happened is, like I was saying, I kept seeing those threads disappear, and I was like, these motherfuckers better not be like blocking or deleting these posts so that no one. It sounds like it's not bad. So I thought it was that, but there's so many threads going on because the game had a 2-pack at launch. So it was $5 for the game, $8 for a 2-pack.
Yep.
And if you bought the game solo, you got a Ninja Cowl. If you bought
for
all
the council team.
Yeah, for the council team. And if you bought
using Team Fortress 2,
yeah.
to clarify.
So if you in Team Fortress 2, sorry. And if you bought all the DLCs, you'd get hats as well. But the thing is, if you bought the 2-pack, you didn't get the cowl. You didn't get the TF2 hat. And then people were just like, I bought a 2-pack to play with my friends. I'm not getting the hat. It's the only reason I was buying this game. It was only $5. Like, give me my hat. That's been resolved now. But so that was happening. People were more pissed at that. There was even some people asking why there was no single player to the game. But
that's
either
the
way,
fucking game. That's how it's
that's the game.
So shut up.
But anyway, so 2 days pass, still no fix until I log in, and some guy's like, I was just going through my Hero Academy folder. Oh, yeah. So I was going through my Hero Academy folder, just deleting files to see which one was like starting it to crash. Maybe it would give me a different error. And then he deleted one of them, which was a video audio codec thing, and it just loaded up the game. And then apparently, as long as it doesn't ever try to access that file, it's okay. So I don't know if it's actually been patched to fix without that file. With that file now, I haven't tried it. I know it got patched.
They released a patch. I told you about the patch.
Yeah. So there was a patch that came out today.
And
what
it's
was the patch
like
notes?
Fixes the super high CPU usage and.
Oh, can we explain the super high CPU usage?
Yeah.
So every time the game would call an audio file to play, it would load up a sound codec, but then it wouldn't close it.
Really?
So your taskbar would slowly just fill up with hundreds upon hundreds of just audio codecs, just fucking littering your computer, slowing down your CPU, and like eating. It wasn't much, but it would just
it would
build up
it.
if you leave the game open like day in like 6 hours. He didn't notice it because you didn't load up a game or anything, but
I wasn't
he was
trying
just browsing.
to do anything else while
And your
it was going
computer's beefy enough to kind of just let that happen. But yeah, it was like I can imagine someone on a laptop just leaving it on, comes back, the laptop's just fucking dead. But yeah, so that was messed up. I don't know if they actually fixed that, but so they fixed that.
Yeah, that's
I
what,
just
that's
said
what
that.
said,
Wow,
yeah.
I don't know if they fixed that, but they fixed that.
So
they fixed it.
And then they added some, like they said, tools for us to be able to see when it crashes. That's
Really?
it. Those are the patch
Which
notes.
I think it makes an error log because all they could do was like, yo, you should send us your dxdiag file. And even I sent them mine, and they're like, this isn't the right format. I don't know what's wrong with yours. Just have you tried deleting? Like their email actually said, have you tried deleting the file that's in this thread? I'm like, yes, it works. It was funny. I don't know.
Oh god.
It was just kind of like a few days of rage, and then I finally got to play the game.
You're like, fucking yes,
Yeah,
let's start
let's-
tons of games.
Logged in, it like found my username and everything that I was using for the iPhone version, which people were having trouble connecting them apparently. Like there was a small percentage of people having that. Some people couldn't even create accounts. So that went smoothly for me, and I was really happy about that. And then I started playing some games. And Dan's been having fun with it. Do you want to explain anything about the game before I poop on it?
Well, like, what do we want to talk about? We're talking about the balance of the new team here. Is
It's
totally what we're talking about.
the Team Fortress team, which is like every time you go to start a match, you're like, oh, I need a random opponent. It'll more often than not, like 95% of the time, be when I played was you would go against a TF2 team.
The thing is that the TF2 team is the brand new team.
Yeah.
Plus, it has all these. It comes with the Steam version.
Yeah.
So
everybody's got
people that's buying it on Steam are either playing console or TF2.
Yeah.
And of course, everyone that has Steam has fucking TF2. So what team are they going to pick off the bat?
TF2.
TF2. Well, it's called the Team Fortress.
Yeah.
It's not called TF2 Team or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, we say TF2. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed playing the game before when it was just on the iPhone with the 4 original races. Is that what we
They're
call
called teams.
Teams? Okay, teams.
That's why it's weird saying
yeah.
Team Fortress Team.
Yeah, Team Fortress team. Yeah, now I could see it. But yeah, so those ones were fun. I had the Tribal Council Night Elves, Dark Elves,
and Dwarfs.
So those were really fun. I felt
And
they were
they
really
actually,
balanced.
before this update came out, they patched
some
balance changes for the tribe. They made the corpse explosion for the what's it called?
Oh,
Shaman?
yeah.
Shaman sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Corpse explosion for that person weaker, and they made the axe thrower stronger, but
Yeah.
in like a really weird way. I don't want to get into explaining it because I
Yeah.
don't remember how it's weird.
Yeah, but anyways, so they did some balanced stuff, which is good because I found like the original teams kind of all had something special going for them. And I know the way you put it was that the new Team Fortress team is kind of like taking everything from those and putting it all into one team.
Well, it's because it has so many units.
Yeah. So
like the demo man is exactly like a grenadier.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
and the sniper is
sniper's unique.
Yeah, the sniper is unique. Well, sniper and the spy, kind of. The heavy is like a shotgun guy that keeps getting more powerful.
The more you fire him.
Yeah, the scout's also I guess kind of unique, but kind of like the monk.
Also fucking broken.
Yeah, really fucking.
It's
broke.
not even. No, it's not the monk at all. The scout is
I
the
thought the monk
fastest
can move
moving
it.
unit in
Yeah.
the entire game.
Yeah.
It can clear the entire field in 2 turns.
Oh, fuck.
Well, like 2 action points.
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
clarify.
No, I know what you mean.
And when you deploy him, it doesn't cost an action point.
So it's like a free unit. They can move across the screen, and every time you step on an enemy's corpse.
Yeah, Team Fortress's like special like team ability is when you stomp on a corpse, which is the like permanent deletion of a unit from the game, so that they can't be rezzed, they can't be brought back, anything. They get an action point back when they do that.
So it's like a free move.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
fuck.
the thing that made Riccio stop playing this game is
On multiple, there's 2 games that actually did it.
well, I think I did one of them.
Well, okay, so that was 3 games then. so the new like Pyro is one of the units.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it shoots 2 spaces in front
Yeah.
and hits both those characters.
For a lot of damage.
It's the Pyro's the best unit in the game now.
Yeah. So what would happen is Dan would roll up a Pyro into my base, and the thing is that the TF2 team has so many units that they don't actually have any items that you can use because you have.
Well,
it's kind of like
standard
Scrabble.
construction of a team is what do we break it down to? 13 characters,
Yeah.
or 14 in the case of the tribe,
Yeah.
because they have the 2 super units,
Yeah.
and then what is it? 3 helm, 3 burn metal, 3 shield, 2 heal, 2 scroll. So 13.
Sure.
items.
So 13.
Yeah.
So anyway, so
Star
it's
Wars.
it's a half. Oh Jesus. So it's a half and half kind of mix for all the other races mostly, or roughly around that.
So TF2 has 4 less cards in their deck.
Yeah.
But they only have 6 items, and
Yeah.
the rest of them are characters. So
Yeah.
they have 18 characters compared to the other team's 13.
Yeah. So what would happen is when I was playing against Dan is that so it's like I was saying, it's like Scrabble where you kind of have like this holding of which
You have a
units,
hand.
what your hand of what you've been dealt. So I guess it's not like just like
Yeah.
Scrabble, but anyway. And playing as
Like
any other
card
team,
game ever.
yeah,
Yeah.
playing as not the TF2 team, there's a chance that you'll get more items than units.
And you can get item screwed, basically.
Yeah, so
you don't
what
have any
happens
units
is-
to put on the field, and you have to waste your whole turn
Yeah.
swapping, which they did fix that system.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair,
Yeah.
but
But what happened with me and Dan's game is that he was able to get a Pyro like up into my spawn area, which would instantly damage like 2 people if they were near, and then he could step on them, which would instantly kill them for free
and then move back.
and move back. While I am getting like hands that would only have like 1 unit in it, so I'd put him out, and then I would have not
He
enough
would
turns to
get
kill
straight
it.
up murdered.
So he would kill it, step on him again, and just wait for it to happen over and over and over. And to be fair, I kind of fought back, but the fact that 1 unit was able to murder like half of everything I could ever have.
The other game that we're playing, that was the dwarves one
Yeah.
that was happening in, right?
Yeah.
The one where you're the dark elves and you had that necromancer
Yeah,
for like the entire game,
yeah.
and just fucking me up.
Yeah. So there's this weird kind of sort of works if you get lucky with your. It's all about getting lucky with more units or just as many units as the
I
TF2
think
game
the
with your hand.
fact, I think they should put some sort of programming into the game where you cannot get more than half a hand of items.
Yeah,
because I started a TF2 game where I drew 5 out of the 6 possible items. And I had a scout.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
it's like, this is the worst possible
Yeah.
TF2 hand you can possibly have. I could not get enough units out in a single turn. TF2 is only strong if they have their engineer out and he's
Yeah.
upgrading everyone, and the medics are out and healing people and damage boosting and stuff. That is the only way TF2 is strong. If you cannot get those units out and they get what is now being called a carry in the forums,
Yeah.
so that's like a unit on the other teams that you put all the equipment onto.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like a knight with like everything, because he's
Yeah.
basically fucking invincible. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's super defense and everything. If they get a carry into your base, they can basically like, especially Dark Elves Necromancer.
Yeah.
You can like kill a unit, step on it, and then the Team Fortress can't build up
Yeah.
enough units to start
being able to
making
fight
the
back
units
and
viable.
Yeah.
So that game where I drew the 5 items, I have just been like putting in turns to lose slowly.
Yeah.
Like there is no coming back in that game.
Which has kind of been weird because I found before the TF2 update you'd never really run into that. It was always kind of like fair matches and weird stuff.
Well, because both people had an equal chance of getting items screwed.
Yeah. And let's say you'd put all your units out and you'd send them out, then the next hand you'd get would be full of items, and you're like, okay, well, I can't really do anything, and then you'd get all the items, so it would kind of balance itself out. But I don't know. With the TF2 thing, it's been kind of annoying, I guess.
Most of the Team Fortress, like all the Team Fortress units, don't have above 800 health.
Yeah.
Most of them have like 600, so they can get killed in 2 hits by like an unupgraded archer.
But like I was telling you,
Oh,
is
that's not
because
bad.
all the TF2
Except
units...
for the heavy, which has the most health of
Yeah.
any unit in the game,
much
except the
is
max
that?
health Wraith.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Like, he has 1200.
Oh,
like you were saying, is
Jeez.
that every TF2 unit is kind of versatile in its own little kind of... They're all like really, not niche-y, but they all have their own little special
They're all
thing.
very situational.
Yeah, very situational. But because you always have all of them out, it's really easy to be like, oh, okay, this is happening. Now I'll just use this unit, and you'll kind of still win, or not, you'll still kind of be able to use it in the proper fashion.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's always all these little annoying things like the most annoying units I'd find would be like the spy, for example, because you can kind of walk through people and stab them in the back. So you always have to keep a
The
unit.
crazy thing about the spy is if you, even unupgraded,
Yeah.
if he backstabs, he does 800 damage.
Which almost insta-kills anything.
Yeah, basically any unupgraded unit's health.
Yeah. So what happens is you have to then keep 2 units kind of back to back to each other to stop that. But then if you
That
do
means
that,
you can't move up with the same amount of action points.
Exactly.
You don't want to ever get close to their
Yeah.
base because
but
the
hold
spy
on.
will just
So-
walk out and stab
So
you.
hold on. So what happens is you have 2 units back to back. So then, like I was explaining to Dan, it's like, okay, well, that stops the spy, but then somebody will just roll in a pyro and then kill both of them.
And
So then
step
you
on
try to make a
both.
wall, and then it'll be like, oh, look, now I'm going to use this heavy and kill all your stuff. It's like, okay, well, maybe I'll, like,
I'll hide the
somehow
special
stay-
units in the back. Oh,
Yeah,
Demo Man
there's
shoots
a-
over there.
Or there's a sniper, and it's like, oh, well, this is fucking really dumb. And, for example, like, what happened in one of my games, it wasn't against you, it was against one of my friends, which was the first time it happened. I was like, okay, this is kind of annoying, but I guess I kind of fucked up my placement. And I had 3 people set up, kind of spaced out, and then he had a soldier move up, and there's like tiles in the game that'll, if you stand on it, you do more damage. And he killed all 3 of my units, all 1 shot each, and then had a scout spawn like across the map, and then went across and then stepped on each of my dudes, and then like brought him back. So it was to safety, and I was just like sitting there like, and like my dudes, even one of them had like weapon upgrades and stuff on it. Like I don't know. It's just because everything has their own special times to use them, but it always seems like it's always one of those moments.
The
It's so
thing
easy
about,
to just destroy
the thing about
people.
the Team Fortress, and it kind of applies to the other teams too, where if you kill their medics,
Yeah.
they're a lot easier to deal with because then you don't have to worry about stomping. The Team Fortress, if you kill their 2 medics and their 2 engineers quickly, the rest of the units are almost basically fucking useless.
Kind of.
The heavy can kind of stand on its own, and the spy can be positioned well enough
Yeah.
that it can, but it dies in 2 hits to anything.
But the soldier, you said you hadn't used it much, but the soldier is actually really fucking insane
he
damage.
deals a lot of damage. It's not AoE.
No,
though,
which
so.
is thank God, but still, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff about it. I don't know what to think about the game anymore because I went
But
from
like,
being
if you get a hand with like snipers and scouts, and like even if you have an engineer, if
Yeah.
you don't get a heavy or a demo man or a pyro,
yeah,
those units are like dead already
yeah,
because they are all really weak and they're all built for like really short or really long range. The scout is like in combat is like more useless than like a Dark Elf Phantom, the like shitty little raised
Really?
things. Yeah.
Oh god.
but anyways, to kind of skip away from Hero Academy because I don't know, it's a lot said, but we've brought it up before, but
They do balance patches.
There
This
is
the
balance
thing.
patches, so I'm waiting for something like that to happen. Until then, though, I've had such a shitty time with, I guess, the PC version thus far that I'm kind of almost turned off from playing it again. But we'll see what happens with it. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, if anybody's interested in that, it is still kind of fun if you're playing.
Yeah, start
against
games
buddies.
with me. I play all
Don't play
the
against Dan.
time.
Yeah, that's funny. So you're like, well, if you don't like the TF2 team, like you can go against me. I'm like, you're still gonna wreck me. You've been playing for too long. So I just took a break. But yeah. Anyway, the
I'm
game's like
playing-
$5,
I'm
so
playing
you can't
with
really go
Drackle
wrong.
right now and Phony from the chat.
Yep.
Oh yeah. That's
And
not
a
bad.
few of my other buddies on Steam actually have it too. But I haven't actually started matches with many of them out of my anger.
Oh really?
But yeah, anyway, so other than that, What else? What else is there?
That's about all I played.
That's about all you
It's
played?
been Pokemon and Hero Academy, and then I played Sleeping Dogs for a little bit.
Played Sleeping Dogs.
That's it.
I'm trying to think of something else that we might have. No, there's nothing else that we would have played. Oh, you tried to hop into Nexius with me on PC for a bit, but
Fucking
that crashed, and that was
do it again. I was like,
fucking
all right.
such a mess.
Oh god, I did not like playing in that beta.
The beta was
At all.
when it worked, the game is really fun, but
yeah.
man, there's crashes and some weird shit going on, and
It got wonky.
ugh.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. We both saw that. We're clicking through what we played this week, and we both just saw Iron Brigade on the PC, which came out. Oh, that game is so good.
I'm glad because I'd only played like 3 or 4 levels by myself on the Xbox
Yeah.
before because no one else had it. So playing on the PC with you,
Well, first, what I don't know if we've brought it up in the past, I think, but just to kind of Iron Brigade we used to be trenched, which I think is what we talked about it. That's what we called it. It's a tower defense.
I think the last time we
mech
talked about it was
shooting.
when it was like going through that
Yeah,
change.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a 4-player co-op, or it's possible to do a 4-player co-op. There's also like you can go through everything solo. But yeah, it's a tower defense game. With,
Action
like,
tower defense, very similar to Orcs Must Die.
but
is
like
what we figured out.
RPG action tower defense, because
Loot.
there's loot
Mad loot.
and leveling up and like buying stuff, and it's crazy.
Customization of your
Customization.
salutes,
Made by Double Fine, I think.
analog
Yeah, by Double Fine.
salutes.
How bad?
Yeah, that game's good, especially when you co-op it. Even though we only did it 2-player, we have like a whole 4-player team that we can totally use now, and I really want to hop back into that game and play some.
We also have to finish Borderlands.
We also have to finish
Oh,
Borderlands.
God.
We also have to finish like Trine 2, and there's like so much co-op shit that I think we
I've
like
got-
Rage. We were supposed to go in co-op and everything. Like,
I've got the Trines I have to play.
no, those are good. Those are really good.
I need to do those.
Um,
I've got so much stuff I need to play.
yeah.
Why do I keep buying games?
Don't fall into my trap of buying shit.
Fuck.
At least I have a cool reason to, because I'm like, yo, you guys should really check this game out. Meanwhile, all my money's just depleting. Please
God.
love me. No.
Thank God for Green Man Gaming.
Yeah,
Oh,
making
God,
everything
I
cheaper.
really hope they
Fucking brand
sponsor
new.
us.
How can anyone do that? Steam doesn't even do that. Brand new release games for like half the price.
Yeah, I know.
It's ridiculous.
I bought Darksiders for $40.
I know.
Yeah.
It's fucking bananas.
Do you want to talk about Darksiders if we talked about kind of new releases
You can
before I
talk about
hop into my
Darksiders if you
crazy
want.
shit?
I'm totally uninterested.
So
in
Darksiders 2, I'm going to start with this.
Wait,
and give the
sorry.
game-
I have to bring that up on your screen right now. You are in the top 10% of that game.
What?
Which one?
The one that's in your top bar right now. You're in the top 10% on Raptor in that game.
Oh, on Fear?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, not in Fear. In for 3R.
Thrar, yeah. I played a lot of
Thrar.
that. Played a lot of that game.
That's crazy that you're in an elite in that game.
Wow.
Damn, yeah. Oh, yeah. But anyway. So, Darksiders 2. I'm going to start with this because I don't want to shit on the game. It's apparently amazing. The gameplay, the RPG, the story, the music. The music sounds like it's fucking
I watched a
Inception
bit of
on
your-
crack, and it is
I
amazing.
watched a bit of your cast when he's like going up that elevator.
Then you
thing.
fight, and it's
funny.
like building up, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so epic! I'm just crying. No, the music is amazing. But the takeaway from that, to just kind of do that PC elitist thing, this game is a kind of intense console port for the PC. Apparently, there's a way to go into config files, just like every console kind of port, and edit some stuff to make it work better. But in terms
But
of
why should you have
yeah.
to do that?
Yeah.
But in terms of actually going into the menu, the only options it gives you is resolution and VSync on and off,
Really?
as well as gamma and subtitles, I guess.
That's a brutal.
And audio.
Saints Row the Third on consoles had more
Yeah.
graphics customization.
Yeah, I
than
know.
that.
Which is messed. But what's funny is that it seems that so the game loads up in 720p. I was having this issue where I was trying to change the resolution before I started the game, but it required the game to save, and then so I could quit and it would save it. So I had to get into the game and get to a checkpoint. But then it ended up doing it regardless after like 5 restarts, which was weird. I don't know. It's fucked up. But the point is, the resolution, say if you bring it to 1920 by 1080, so 1080p, and you go into the game, the HUD looks okay. The subtitles are definitely like up-resed and everything. It's okay. But any icons for any items in the game that you loot, because the game is like Diablo, you get loot, you get rare items, you get all this stuff. You also level up, you can equip stuff. It's crazy. Every single one of those, the sprite or the picture or whatever, hasn't been up-resed. So it looks like it's like stretched and grainy and fucked up. And then when you go into the actual options menu, the entire options menu looks like it's less than like even 720p resolution. Like you have Death standing there because you can add items onto him, and he just looks like stretched and like grainy and like jagged and just weird looking. And it looks like you're kind of looking at this terrible GIF. And all the icons for all the menu items are like all weird and like stretched and grainy. Look, it just looks really weird.
That's terrible.
But then you unpause it and it looks amazing and the gameplay is awesome. So it's such a minor complaint, but it's still something that's there and you kind of keep going to the menu. You're like, oh, what is, okay, well.
By the
whatever.
way, one of those killing moves with the scythe where he like grabs their head from under and like swings them around and hits the body with it, that is exactly from Dante's Inferno.
This
In a proud Darksiders copying tradition.
Jeez.
Exactly Dante's Inferno.
Jeez.
I'm
well.
interested to see what else they've copied.
But
Diablo, apparently.
Yeah. And
but it does it so well. It's actually really awesome. And what I'm excited about for that game is that there's a survival mode that you can kind of slowly go higher and get.
I think it's
loots
interesting how successful a game can be that actually does this like outlandish claim of like you like this from this game, you like this and this. It's just all put it together. Oh,
but the funny thing is they even acknowledge it. Like in most of the interviews, they're like, "Yeah, we thought that was sick in Diablo. We fucking thought you guys would love it in this." Like they're not afraid to kind of mention it because they're like,
not
if,
like, yeah,
if
this
it works,
is original.
Yeah,
do you guys like Portal?
yeah, well,
Fucking
that was
portal
the
gun.
first one. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm still really excited to play it. I really want to finish Sleeping Dogs first because I don't want to kind of start 2 games and then lose one of them.
Darksiders is supposed to be longer than Sleeping Dogs,
Yeah,
right?
Sleeping Dogs is supposed to be 10 hours if you kind of go through it without doing too much side mission stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna play that first.
It can last definitely longer than that if ever you decide to try and unlock everything. There was a lot of unlockables in that game. There's a menu that you can go to for like extras. I think scrolls so much. There's cars, clothing,
Oh god.
fight moves, things, collectibles to find, health stations to find. It's crazy.
Health lanterns.
Health lanterns, which are really cool. Yeah. Darksiders 2, I've only played 30 minutes, so I can't say much on it. I'm excited to play more. The music actually made me just stare at the screen in awe as stuff was going on.
That was, music is a big selling point in the game for me.
Sure.
And seeing you play that part, I was like, I let my my want for that game just like tip and be like, maybe I should actually get this game.
Green Man game.
What's weird is
slapped myself. I was like, no,
because there's a lot of games.
You'll get bored again. You won't hear
I
half
need you.
that
I need
music.
you. I need you to slap me whenever a game like that comes out.
But there's like times like for example like in the Mass Effect games where you hear a song and you're like, oh, this sounds so good.
It fits
But
it.
whenever
perfect.
you're kind of like for Darksiders, it kind of had that, but even more. It was like, and I've only played 30 minutes of it, and what would happen was like I had to. I legitly stopped, but it was a cutscene, so nothing really stopped. But I was just staring at it like, holy fuck, this music, and not even paying attention to the story anymore. And I would just sit there like, what is this?
Soundtrack. We need to get that soundtrack.
So, I don't know. It's good.
That's awesome.
Hope
There
I
was
oversold it.
There was something in it with like the pause screen where like when you started up the game, there was the start menu, and you just press start, and it's just like pulled out, and you're like, okay, playing now.
Oh yeah, when you load up the game, it kind of, I don't know. Well, at least at the start, you kind of, not really a spoiler. You're standing next to a character.
Okay.
And because you just finished talking to him, and then I saved and quit, and then I came back in, and then the start menu was me standing next to that dude, and it was like, do you want to continue or like continue, load, extras, options, like all that? And you hit continue, and it just like the menu fades away, and the camera just goes behind your character, and it just that's it. You're in the game, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. So
Like if Max Payne had done that,
Yeah.
like when he's standing.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that was fucking sweet. Once again, I've only played 30 minutes of it, so it could go to shit, but I'm really excited to play more of it. So, and Devin picked it up. Dan might. So we'll probably be talking about it next
And
time.
now I've
for
got
sure.
I can play it on my laptop on the go now. So.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna. I got bored of Darksiders 1 way too fast.
I only
know
played-
it's supposed to be different and new and stuff, but I'll just watch you play it,
There's
Riccio.
okay. Well, as long as you see it, I think that'd be good enough.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
I don't know how Darksiders 1 ended.
you don't remember?
No, I've never finished it.
Oh,
I played
Oh.
2 hours and then said, fuck this.
it was wow.
I'm not gonna lie to
The
you.
entire beginning and the entire story hinges on what happens at the end of the first game, and there's so far not
I
a description. It just kind of goes like, "Yo, this is still going on."
I know the gist.
Maybe wiki it.
Yeah, maybe I'll wiki it.
Yeah.
Isn't
But
the
I just don't really. I just could not get into
Isn't
Darksiders
the
1.
like moratorium on spoilers up when the sequel comes out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, because
Right.
now this would be the reason. If people are seeing this now, they might go, "Shit, now I got to go back and play Darksiders 1." So
Okay.
yeah.
Don't do it.
But anyway,
Crap.
so yeah. So other than that, can you guys think of any of the games you guys played, or should I just...
No, we already went into
Yeah,
your
pretty
stuff.
much did everything.
Unless, Devin, do you
Jesus.
really want to talk about some of the retro stuff?
Not really. I kind of had a weekend away with a buddy who is really hardcore into retro gaming. So we just kind of did a lot of the old school retro stuff. Like we played Street Fighter 2. We played...
You can play it on Xbox.
No.
Super Street Fighter 2
What's
Turbo
it?
HD
You can.
Remix.
The one on the SNES. I think it was... I can't remember. I don't know which one it was.
A Street Fighter.
He loaded it up. I'm not a big Street Fighter fan.
The Street Fighter.
But I played Blanca and I won.
Yeah, I was going to say Street Fighter 2 has Blanca in it. Blanca.
I won. It was good. And then I quit. I threw the controller down and said, fuck it, I won! And I
The
popped
same move makes the electricity. Great.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah,
I'll
that was
win.
simple as that.
Jesus.
And played a couple other retro games, like Battletoads and Double Dragon. I didn't actually think Battletoads existed. I know that sounds terrible, but...
It's
there's
such
that,
a huge fucking, like, meme.
yeah, I was like, man, does it actually exist? And then... Yeah,
Apparently
no,
it's really good.
it's
It's because
fun.
of all those stupid internet motherfuckers that think it is hilarious to call a retail store and be like, you Battletoads?
Yeah.
Battletoads? It's like, no. Stop calling this store. That happened to me at Future Shop.
Really?
Battletoad you so.
Unimpressive.
Really?
What?
They called Master
They think it's
Battletoads?
hilarious, apparently. What'd you say, Riccio?
Is that a Battletoad you so? I don't even know.
Oh.
Didn't even make sense.
Nah, I had
There's
a
no reason where that sentence would have fit in.
I had a good time with the retro stuff. It was a nice throwback to play it. Not a hell of a lot more than that, to be honest with you. I wanted
Okay.
to play pool.
So, Riccio, you're elite in for 3R?
What?
I played a bit.
How many hours have you logged on that?
It
The
said
thing
11.
is that the hours reset and stuff, which is weird. Oh no, they
Which
technically
means you've
did-
played more than 11.
No, I've definitely
Oh.
played more than 11. Oh, I don't know, because what happened is I played through the game when it first came out. I co-opted with Drackle, somebody from my chat, and from my channel, not chat, and we beat it, and then they put out a patch, which was like the week after it came out, because we finished it pretty fast.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we did some changes to the game. Also, P.S. We wiped everyone's save files. Don't worry, they're on the Steam cloud. They're gone. Just keep playing. You know, it's like, because you level up in the game as you progress.
Oh, okay.
You get more slow motion, you get more health, you get more mags, you get more bullet damage, you get more melee attacks and damage. Like, you get better. And by the time you're at the end of the game, I think you're like level 20 something, and then you just kind of lose it. And then you lose when you beat the game. It's like, hey, now you've unlocked fearless mode, which is the harder mode. That was not unlocked anymore.
What do
Like,
you mean for 3R list mode?
Thrillist mood, sure. Mood for Thrillist Smush mod. Anyway,
What?
so-
How would you pronounce? Like, how would you write that?
I don't know.
Propose you what?
Yeah, no, I played that a bit just because somebody picked it up because I don't know, there's some sales going on Gamersgate or something, and he picked it up for like $6 or something. I told him, hey, it's got sick co-op, we can do fucking run, because that's a really sick mode anyways. So I played like, I don't know, 10 minutes of that. It's just
Cool.
We're looking at Raptor, and that's how we figure out what games we're doing. So
Yeah.
we're just going through the list.
Raptor's great also.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Sponsor.
Except for we're just gonna start naming shit. Fucking God, that Tim Hortons. No, anyway, no. Somebody is on the line
For
We gotta
most
get
of
them
our
some
viewers,
coffees.
Tim Hortons is
Yeah,
a
we
coffee
don't know.
shop.
We don't know.
We need like Starbucks. Then we have to be really pretentious.
Anyway,
Just
so
go sit in Starbucks with my Mac.
uh,
Write a book. I'm
I should
working on a
go. I
book.
should go sit in it with my laptop. It's a little bit bigger than a Mac.
You're working on a book. Just sit
Yeah.
there, have coffee all day. It's free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder if it's good for torrenting.
Probably shit.
Um,
Probably the biggest piece of shit internet you've ever connected to.
Dan, did
Yes.
I talk about Unmechanical in the last podcast where like I played more and there was unlockable stuff and all that crazy stuff?
No, you did not.
No, because at the point of the last podcast, we'd only just recorded the dry run.
Did
We
Yep.
hadn't done it. We hadn't done.
That's
anything
right.
else.
Okay, that's right. Okay, yeah. So I played more on Mechanical. That game is kind of like Metroidvania, except for you can't die. And there's when I say that in a way that's like, hey, there's water here. You can't really do anything yet. Oh, look, you got an upgrade that maybe you can do something there now, and then you can kind of find more and more areas. Haven't played much more other than that. I played like another hour. Mechanical is pretty sweet.
Pretty adorable.
Puzzles.
Yeah, puzzles.
Puzzles and the guy's eyes blink.
I'm
when they
actually
hit 'em.
starting to wonder, did we ever put out the Unmechanical?
Nope.
run?
Nope,
No,
you
so that's
did
all
not.
to go up. Okay, so perfect. I'll still do that.
Wait, no, that's the one we did put up.
Is it? Is it?
I don't know if you put it
want
live.
to
You
fact
uploaded
check.
it.
Jeez, this isn't good. I don't want to open a tab, so it'll blow shit up. So either go check it out because it's
It might
live
be
now.
live right before this.
Oops.
We know what we're doing.
Yeah. So I played some more of that. That's really cool. I just want to quickly mention it because it's awesome. It's only $10, I think. So go check that out. So I gotta say like a bit of a story. So every Friday I do something called Fright Day, and I've been wanting to play a game called Cry of Fear for
Why not
so
Fright Night?
Fright Day.
Why not Fright Night?
I don't know, because Fright Night I feel like is like a movie and it's used everywhere. Fright Day kind of sounds more punny and I don't know. Anyway,
Do you change it so it's FRI
capital D. Oh,
dash like separate the fright and the fright.
I just write Fright completely and then write Day, all in one word.
Oh,
It's
that's
stupid.
a lot less. Like,
But anyway,
Awesome.
So I've been wanting to play Cry of Fear forever, and every time I play it, I'll get stuck in stairs and then just quit. So the first thing I do when I go to load it up last
Dan,
Friday,
go walk up these stairs.
yeah,
We're all standing. Let's go watch the
it
squad.
was terrible.
do it.
So last Friday when I went up to load it up, I hit update, and it updated. I'm like, yeah, patch 1.4, it fixes stuff. Now there's custom stories and everything. Like, oh, the mod is so much better. There's more multiplayer maps because people can create some. Super
Well, yeah, for the
excited.
small percentage of users.
Yeah. And then I load into the single player. I'm like, guys, you know what? I am down to beat this game. Or not beat this game, but just get really far. Like, I'm super excited. I load up into it. I get to, like, a boss, which is, like, 2 minutes away from where I saved. I was like, yeah, progression. And then I couldn't kill him. I couldn't stun him.
Small percentage bug.
And then I couldn't
Makes
do
him
anything.
unable
And then
to
I go to the
beat
forums, and they're like, oh, yeah, don't worry. That patch just makes him unkillable. You have to wait. Or you can restart the whole game. I'm like,
Really?
all right, looks like every time I try to play this game, something happens. No more Cry of Fear for now.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I still don't know how that
It's
game.
fucking terrible.
Yeah,
It's
kind of
too
ass.
bad because you got a really impressive intro for.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right,
no,
Dan.
yeah. Edit out a pretty cool intro for my channel where I kind of slendered it up and put some production value into my channel.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
upload that video to
I probably could.
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But anyway, so I played that. Let's see what else. Hybrid came out finally. It finally got put back onto the marketplace. Got to play some. Played a little bit with somebody from the channel, Jake Dog, and the game is fun. I haven't played much of it, but the first 2 days that it came out, or that I was able to play it, I played a lot of multiplayer. At least I think like maybe 2 hours. There's some really cool combinations you can do. It's kind of like a third-person jump from cover to cover, but with jetpacks and go along walls and upside down on the roof and all this crazy stuff. But your equipment is a primary weapon, a throwable grenade or like an equipment, an augmentation. I think that's it. An augmentation is like a passive. And you can do some cool stuff like that grenade or the thing you can use is an ability. So you can give yourself a sawed-off shotgun, which pretty much acts like Gears of War, which just insta-kills everything in front of you. And you can equip like teleport and then have something that lowers your cooldown. So you can just like teleport to people in cover and just blow them up. It's fucking a lot of fun. But no, there's some really cool
Not
stuff
for them.
No, not for them. Until
fuck, now I'm red mist.
but no, the game's really fun and
Just float around and clog up the other players' filtration units.
Don't worry, guys, I got this.
what's really cool about that game is you battle for control of the
Press Y and you
world.
can spin.
Oh, God's Spelunky. Yeah, no, what's cool about Hybrid is you battle for control of the world to get all the dark matter, which kind of appeared everywhere in like every province, continent, state
Yes.
thing.
All dark matter.
Sure, just naming stuff. I don't know geography.
Geography?
Fuck.
Geology?
Province,
Geology.
state, and
I
country.
don't know rocks.
Province, state, and country.
Country.
What about
Country? That's the word you were looking for?
What
C
about-
word?
um,
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. The game's fun. I didn't know it was $15. I thought it was gonna be $10. So, but, it's good. It's fun. If you like multiplayer games, it's really good. It works.
it's really good.
It's really good.
It's good.
It's a 3v3, so it's good.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of 3v3, awesome nuts.
We played more. We didn't play any this week.
We just played a couple matches.
Did you?
Yeah, just
Still
nothing
good?
major.
Have they patched anything in that?
No.
Still good.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's see here.
That game is impressively balanced.
Yeah. Speaking of impressive balances, CSGO is officially kind of open beta to anybody who pre-ordered the game. And I say that because I played a little bit of CSGO because what they did is now that they did that, they put out like a 1.8 or 1.5 gig patch which fixed stuff, changed the UI to allow 24 players on like the server browser, added join with friends, there's like community stuff now, the hitboxes have kind of been tweaked. recoil and stuff. Like everything that people were having trouble with kind of got fixed. Some for better, some for worse, but most of them for better. And the game suddenly feels freaking amazing.
Awesome.
And I played more of that, and I'm really excited for its release, I think, next week. So, yes, Joe.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Any of you guys picking that up at all? You guys into the kind of
Not
esporty, shooty game?
Not really.
No?
I
Dan,
didn't-
I know you would never.
No, it's too fast. I can't.
No, I
Even with the 360 control, I think you can use them on PC.
Oh, God, you just get
Yeah, if I want to
dropped.
be at the very bottom of the leaderboard,
Yeah.
worst Counter-Strike player in the entire world. Here he is.
I'm
I'm
pretty
How
sure-
do you play? How do you get into this worst player mode? Oh, well, I plug in a controller. And thanks. Good night. That's-
And we're done. Just fucking wrap it.
Sometimes I hook up my Wii controller onto my PC and yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, I played some Symphony, beat that kind of. I unlocked all the pages. I considered it done. I got like so many rare weapons. blow
worth
everything.
not touching again.
Kind of, but except for kind of. I don't know, the game's still awesome. I kind of want to go back to it.
Not bad.
Played some Deadlight again on the 360. Tried to go back in and finish it.
The rat knows everything.
I went back to the rat knows everything mode where it was like, hey, you should dodge these traps. Fucking just quit.
Really?
I'm gonna go back and finish it. It didn't get annoying.
Devin,
It was just
Devin. The rat knows all.
he knows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He knows everything?
Yeah, he knows how to annoy you.
Oh, God.
But no, the thing is, I went back at like 2 a.m. to play. So I'm like, well, I
Oh.
think I'm gonna work on this game right now and beat some more of it. No, I was really tired. I got really frustrated. I just quit. I was like, but it wasn't like, oh fuck, I'll never play this game again. It was like, my brain is not on right now. I have to do this when I'm awake.
Oh, God.
But that game is still kind of good. The story's getting like worse and worse though.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
You
But
should
yeah.
finish it, see where it goes.
Yeah, at some point. I mean, I have like an hour or something left. Played some more Deus Ex Human Revolution. Been slowly working at that. I beat the DLC actually, which I'm really proud of. I was challenged by somebody in the channel, Skindam. He's like, hey, you should do that DLC on the hardest mode ever and try and get the achievement where you don't use weapons, you don't use explosives, and you don't ever level up your character.
He was like, yeah, it's really hard. You're going to want
Yeah,
to turn
you-
the difficulty.
It's a low whenever you get farther
it's
in the thing.
impossible. I don't know how you do it. Just,
I did it.
yeah.
Really? First
done.
go?
No, I did. Well, I died a few times.
Oh,
Obviously.
okay.
But yeah, I just did it. The
That's
whole thing
awesome.
stealth, got the achievement, did it. You don't even need to do it on the hardest mode, but
You did it.
I did it. It was good.
Now, I have a question for you and kind of a question for anyone that's played that part of the game
Yeah.
where you get into that pod
Yeah.
and then it
Hey.
transfers to a few days later.
Yeah.
And apparently there was like outrage that like, what happened in those days? When you were playing that part, were you not like me? And like, how could anything be like in this
Yeah, no,
period of time?
I had to get Skindem to tell me, like, okay, now turn off the game and go into the DLC because it's a separate executable.
Yeah.
I was
but
like,
that part is not like, really?
Yeah.
That's where it is?
so without spoiling too much, as you get into a pod and then you go and you end up somewhere else in the world.
Yeah.
And what happens in the DLC is you get out of that pod, stuff happens, and then at the end you get into a pod, and he's like, okay, well, this will bring you somewhere. But before the DLC starts, when you get into that pod, it's already like, this will bring you somewhere. So
Oh.
there's nothing. It does, and it just kind of, boop.
There's no real reason for that
You wake
DLC
up
to exist.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and then you wake up
Okay.
somewhere, and then you're like, okay.
They just
so-
needed a tie-in somehow.
As well as apparently Skin says this in the chat. There's a choice in the DLC where you can either save one person or save the other, or there's this really hidden way that you can do something that has no location marker or anything that tells you can do it. But if you do it that way, you save both of them, and save everybody. And he's like, dude, do it this way because not many people know about it. So apparently he said a small minority of people who know how to do it. But
Oh,
I think
really?
with YouTube and stuff, it's probably actually pretty big.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's cool. It was neat.
That's not bad.
I'm a good guy. But fuck that game for ending that DLC for ending on like, yo, you get this sick ass Magnum that's like a rare, but it doesn't carry into the game, and there's no one to shoot when you get it. So
Because this is totally isolated and
Yeah.
basically its own game.
Ah, that's a disappointment.
yeah.
It's a serious-
Also, I suck at stacking cardboard boxes.
really.
They're the fucking worst thing in the world. Yo, I'm just gonna put it on the ground. Oh no, you're sliding. I'm just gonna put you on the ground. You exploded. Okay, reload. Trying to like jump over stuff. Yeah, because I couldn't level up my character. I couldn't hack through doors. I couldn't get stealth. I couldn't get like the double kill. I couldn't do like anything, and it was annoying, but fun. It was really fun to ninja around like a ninja in ninja mode. without ninjaing and stuff.
I'll just play it the way that I want to play
It's
it.
good.
Deus Ex, Ninja Revolution.
Ninja Revolution. Ninja X. Or Ninja. Actually, take the colon out too. Ninja. Done. I don't know what else.
Ninja.
Are you just gonna say for the rest of the podcast, Ninja?
Ninja.
I played Minecraft. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I played a bit of Minecraft in the new patch. Our servers being updated and all that stuff. Kind of fun. I haven't actually found any emeralds or anything yet, though, so I don't know what they're like. I feel like there's something else that I played on the... I played a game on the PS3 called Papo and Yo. Which is... I don't think I described...
Also apparently not tracked by Raptor.
Not detected by Raptor, I guess.
It's not a real game.
It's a game that is on the PSN. It's $15. It's 11 or 12 if you have PlayStation Plus. I don't think we talked about this on the podcast.
It's the last game of the PS3 summer.
PlayStation Play, I think it's called.
Something like that.
I don't think I talked about it on the last podcast.
No, but you didn't know that it was.
I didn't know it was coming out. Okay, yeah. So the story behind it is insane. So apparently, it's you play as this child called it's either Chico or Kiko, Kiko.
Probably for 3R.
Anyway, so you play as him, and the story behind it is kind of symbolism for the creator who made the game. Was apparently his
spoilers just get dark really fast.
Yeah, it gets really dark really fast. When he was a child, he had kind of an alcoholic, abusive father, and the entire game is symbolism for that. You play as Chico. I'm going to say Chico. I'm probably entirely wrong. And you're followed by a monster, and you have a jetpack little buddy who's like your toy, but it's like a jetpack. Then he talks to him. He's like, "I'm going to take care of you. Don't worry, buddy. You can tell me anything." And it's kind of like the way you'd see a kid kind of talk to something like that. And Monster, which is clearly symbolism for the dad, the gameplay element is that whenever you find frogs in the lake, he ingests them and then becomes this angry, kind of uncontrollable dude who just beats you. Which is also part of the gameplay of like, oh, you got to run away from Monster when he's angry because he had those frogs. But there's this really weird disconnect where when Monster goes apeshit and hits you, you're like a 10-year-old kid or something. You're not even like an 8-year-old kid, and you get like knocked around and like you ragdoll against walls and shit, and you're like falling over. And he's like, it's this weird kind of when you know the background story and what he's trying to portray, and that kind of happens, you kind of like stop and you're just sort of like
sad.
You're like, oh, this is wrong. And it's weird.
Dark really fast.
It's really dark. And they kind of hint towards that kind of distant abusive father thing throughout the game in certain ways that I won't explain. But from what I've heard from reviews or anybody who's talked about it, not too many people have been able to finish that game without like having not an emotional breakdown, but like either tearing up or doing that. Gotta blink a lot. Oh my god, this is terrible. And in fact, a lot of them suggest going through the game once to kind of get that out of your system, and then play it with like a loved one or like somebody that you care about or something. It's apparently intense. It's apparently such an emotional thing that, like, the dude poured his like heart and soul into this thing. It's a really fun game to play. It's super imaginative. It's really platformy, and it's got some really cool, neat things that happen. And it has a nice soundtrack that's really awesome, and it's mellow. I don't know. It's kind of like, it's a silly way to say it. It's kind of like an emotional roller coaster, but it's really, I think it's really worth playing. It's really different.
Game is different if you don't know the backstory.
It starts you off the first 5 seconds. You're in a closet and you have like a pissed off dad walking on the outside, like grunting.
Okay, so it's like
and then
up front.
And then he's just kind of like cowering in a corner, and then he runs into like his dream world. So
Really?
that's like the first 5 seconds of the
Oh,
game.
okay. So it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, so it's kind of, if you don't know about it, you kind of know what's up, and then with the other cutscenes that kind of pop up, you kind of know what's up. Very clearly, actually. You don't know that it's based off of anything, but you definitely know what it's about.
What it's trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool. So, really cool in a messed up way, but really neat that
child abuse.
Real
cool.
Really awesome in a way that he was able to portray that, and he kind of went out there and actually did that. It's really kind of awesome.
PS3 getting all this indie stuff.
And it doesn't stop. Next week, man. Retrograde. Can't wait.
Yeah.
So that's it for stuff that we've actually played, I think. We can hop into the newsy stuff.
Might as well just do releases real quick, because you said Retrograde.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so Retrograde's coming out next week. What else do we have? We have Dark Souls for the PC coming out Friday.
Prepare to die.
Prepare to Die edition, which apparently has been working pretty decently at 30 frames locked, but steady 30 frames even in Blighttown and everything, which I'm hearing is really awesome.
You were saying you just wanted to put up some...
Yeah, I might put up some gameplay to compare it, not to compare it, but to kind of show everybody, like, hey, look, it's working at 30 frames. It
Or
looks really
it's
good.
not
It's
working.
kind of, or it's not working. I'll even mess around with the keyboard controls as well as hop onto the 360 controller and see what how it feels. But that's coming out next week on Friday, which is pretty awesome. We have Counter-Strike Go coming out, our CSGO, so Counter-Strike Global Offensive, coming out on Tuesday for the PSN, PC, and Xbox.
Why do you say Counter-Strike Go or CSGO?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, you say Counter-Strike... Yeah, what? Weird.
It's weird. I don't know.
Why don't you say CSGO?
CSGO.
I say CSGO.
Yeah, I don't know. CSGO. I don't know.
That's the fastest way to say it.
Geo just sounds good. Geo. No, fucking.
Joe.
Jow. Oh, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is also coming out apparently. Great.
Oh, wow.
Great. As well as Transformers.
Best segue ever.
Transformers Fall of Cybertron.
Transform into another game release.
Oh, but watch out because there's a Fall of Cybertron going on. Whoa.
It just reminds me of the other video where it's like, oh, do we even talk during this? And then it cuts into like,
yeah, that was good.
oh, that was fun.
So those are coming out. Retrograde, like I mentioned, for the PSN, which is they announced that you can actually play with a guitar controller.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You totally called that.
Yeah. So what happens is Retrograde is a shooter that you move forward through space. Did we talk about this last time?
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about it.
Yeah,
you move forward through space and you go backwards. You suck up time. Well, now the buttons are clearly you can hit it on a guitar controller, and it actually works better because I think when you use a controller you go up, down, down, up, down. But say you're at the bottom and you just hit green, he just fucking like doesn't appear, but it's a very fast motion directly to that area, and it's.
Do you have a PlayStation guitar controller?
Oh, I do not. Plug a 361 into it and see what happens.
Is USB right this good?
Totally gonna work.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, it might.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh well. I don't have any music-based games.
You could probably go to like a used store.
Yeah.
And buy one of those for pretty damn cheap.
EB Games like, you want to buy one, not trade it in? Take it.
Here you go. We'll pay you.
Or even I bet you go into like a Salvation Army or something like that.
Yeah, you can probably find one there.
Yeah.
People probably like, I don't want these instruments in my house anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we also have Jagged Alliance, Crossfire for the PC, and Galaxy on
It's
Fire
fucking
2.
already out.
Yeah, no, I think that's a DLC or something. Expansion.
No, it's out.
It's out? Okay, done.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As well as Galaxy
on
on
sale
Fire
right
2,
now.
which is a iPad game on Steam.
Oh, okay.
That game actually looks really interesting. I have it. It just,
yeah.
it's...
And while it is not actually releasing next week, because Guild Wars 2 does come out on Monday or Tuesday. It's on the 28th, so next Tuesday. The 3-day head start does, however, start this Saturday, or next Saturday, which will be the 25th of August.
25th.
Did you get the head start for that?
Yep, I pre-ordered the deluxe
okay.
digital
Yes,
download
yes,
thing.
yes.
So
You gonna get a head start?
I'm gonna, but I don't think I'm gonna play it too intensely, just because the game has no monthly fee. I'm gonna probably play like an hour to start it off, and then go straight back to Darksiders, or go straight back to Retrograde, or go straight back to Dark Souls, and just not feel obligated to, oh shit, it's like I got one free month. Let's try and bust everything out of this. I don't even understand.
You're just trying to get. You're gonna pace yourself a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna pace myself definitely. Yeah. So that's
not
that.
bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at
Decent week actually. This month has been insane. I
all.
find.
Yeah, it's been like July was dry, and now we're getting good stuff.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. All right.
News.
So news.
Oh, fuck.
No. So Borderlands 2. Something that kind of erupted in the middle of the week was one of the lead designers, I want to say, was saying...
Wasn't it Randy Pitchford?
No, it wasn't Randy Pitchford. It was one of their other dudes. Because he was covering the other dude's ass.
Oh yeah.
So what happened is one of the designers... Or somebody...
Open their mouth.
It doesn't scroll. So anyway, Borderlands 2, the lead designer said, "Oh, like he was just saying an anecdote, like, oh yeah, no, with this, we're for the Mechromancer. Mechromancer. It's like, oh, we're gonna have like a tree that might have some noob friendly stuff. It's like girlfriend mode, you know, like we're gonna have a stat where even if you're not shooting near them, it'll ricochet off walls and hit things anyway." But he said the words.
So for your girlfriends that can't aim,
Yeah.
there you go.
But he said it as a joke because they've been referencing it like that jokingly between everybody at 2K Gearbox. Sorry,
Gearbox.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was
2K is the publisher. You're close.
Yeah, but yeah.
Is all this broken?
No, it's good. I opened like 2 times. Okay, it's all broken. Point is, we're good. So anyway, the fact that he said girlfriend mode erupted into people being like, "Why are you calling it girlfriend mode? You're saying girls can't play?" Or I don't know. It just kind of exploded into
hate
madness.
The weird thing is that you know, yes, this is kind of, condescending in a way, but it's been like this for years.
Yeah.
Why is there outcry at this?
Well, apparently there was also outcry at like whenever Super Mario did it and whenever
Deathspank did it.
But I don't think they ever
like
said
full
it as
out
that.
said it like this guy.
I think it was said as a journalist
Deathspank
term.
definitely said it.
Did
It's
they?
in the Steam description.
Really? Holy
Well,
shit.
shit. Okay. So, then I'm pretty sure it's been hated on before. But I don't know.
Not hated on in a way that made the news
I
sites.
think the reason it exploded so much is because it was said, and then instantly, I think Randy Pitchford and all the people were kind of like, "Oh, it's not. It was just an anecdote," and the people were like, "What is he talking about? Oh shit! Look, he said girlfriend," and then it just kind of got worse because he kept saying that it wasn't true, and then more people would read about it, and then it would just kind of explode, and it just got worse. And point is, I don't even care. That game was going to be good. Like he said, as much as you can, they've called it a girlfriend mode. The fact that the way that skill works, that they've planned it, has nothing to do with that. It's actually gonna be really cool to use, even in like pro ways or whatever. I don't even know how to explain it.
Meta game for Borderlands.
They
2.
clearly didn't mean it. I wouldn't
No,
see
it's-
anyone.
It was something that was
The
skewed.
really weird thing about girlfriend mode, even though people are saying it's condescending and patronizing and stuff, is the explanation of why those kinds of less gameplay modes, like the reasoning behind calling it girlfriend mode makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But at the same time, they might want to think about a better name for it.
Asynchronous co-op
There you go.
is what you read from
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
Asynchronous co-op
And-
works
Which, that's
great.
the name for it, but like the reason you would ever have a second person playing that mode is if you have your girlfriend or you have a friend that is not so active.
You're in a family
video
matter.
games.
Not a gamer.
Yeah.
It's not a gamer.
Exactly. Like that's the explanation of that mode, and
Yeah.
I think
It's not even a mode. It's just a skill.
well, yes, exactly. But that
Yeah.
type of gameplay
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, no,
And
I get what you
think
mean.
if you say to someone, if this has asynchronous co-op, they'll be like, "The fuck did you just say?" And if you tell them it has
Girlfriend
mode, even like the people that don't know about games will know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the really weird thing about this.
I think
Is that
what's-
it makes sense to a general populace.
Yeah, it does.
if no one would actually attribute it to being something negative, it could be.
I don't think it would be.
Yeah, I don't think it would be. But what I like is that the actual skill is part of a tree called Best Friends Forever or BFFs or something, which is awesome because it's like even if they didn't mean for it to be a girlfriend mode thing, like let's say you have a friend who's not good at a game, but you still want to be able to let him play it and be like decent. It's kind of awesome. It's like no matter what, we're best friends.
Even if you
because you can just shoot anything and it'll hit. So I don't know.
It's not bad. It's
Anyway.
not bad at all.
Yeah. Yeah, so that happened. Other than that, Dead Space 3's limited edition stuff was detailed. I think there's going to be 2 different bundles that are possible, both including a different type of suit and a different type of weapon.
One's probably Europe.
Yeah,
One's probably
nothing,
Yeah, most likely.
nothing new there. They had the same thing with Dead Space 2 and I think Dead Space 1. So, yeah. Actually, Dead Space 2 was probably mostly DLC you could buy, but yeah,
Nothing really special.
no. So Minecraft passed the 7 million copies sold, only counting PC, not counting iOS and Xbox and
All those other
Android and
Xbox did
guess-
pretty well.
ones. Chalkboard.
yeah. So chalkboard. Yeah, so that's kind of neat. 7 million. Keep going. Game's clearly awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So
really
yeah, Skin brought something up. Apparently,
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier.
yeah, Notch apparently went. I don't even want to bring it up. It's
good. No, I want to
whatever.
hear
It's
it.
depressing.
It's kind of he
We've talked about enough depressing shit on this podcast already.
either I don't know if he, some of these people I don't know if he broke up with his girlfriend or divorced with something. And what's funny is the reason I appreciate Notch is that he said something like that, which is fine. But his tweet that he mentioned it in was quickly followed up with like, oh, I'm sorry to share details like this with you guys. Like, I don't really want to, but apparently I have a wiki page, so you guys got to update something about that. And then
Really?
then his tweet after was like, I forget what he says, like, all right, now back to regular Notch tweets or whatever.
No,
Like he
he's
just,
like, my life has changed really.
Oh, yeah.
a lot really fast.
oh yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
So I wonder what people said to him. So I'm pretty sure he has a shit ton of followers that were just instantly like, oh, we love you, not like just.
Yeah.
We love you, Notch.
So I think he's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, he seems really cool.
So
It's worth a lot of money.
sad to hear that he had to go through that, but
It happens.
yeah. So let's see. Other than that, we've got.
You can read the URLs. It's okay.
No, it's going to do that. It works. So Crisis 3 got a new trailer. Oh, Gamescom's going on, so tons of new random
Stuff
shit
coming
is
out.
coming out. Yeah. So Dan, I know you knew a bit more about this. We all
I
saw
just
the video.
watched the trailer.
Here we all saw the
I didn't
trailer.
read anything about it.
Essentially multiplayer mode like Predator, the movie.
Yeah, it's
where you
called
have
Hunter mode.
Hunter mode. Yeah.
Seems really cool.
It's 2 on 14.
Yep.
I think it was. So there's 14 like regular soldiers,
Yeah.
I think
and
they're-
they just kind of have to get to an extraction point, and then there's 2 nanosuit
Yep.
dudes that
Well,
are working together
there
to
was-
stop them.
There was 2, but by the end of the trailer, it seemed like they were respawning in kind of like an infection-y kind of weird
I
thing.
think it's because so the dead players can watch the rest of the.
Oh,
Yes.
that would make sense.
Yeah.
Then again, they could spectate. I don't know. There's,
I think it's just contextual spectating.
yeah. Yeah, sure.
Because those nanosuit guys that materialized at the end of the street, none of them had weapons or anything.
No,
yeah,
that's
that's
it.
true. So
So maybe it is just
he's haunt
And
the
they were
last
just like
player.
standing,
Yeah.
like on a hill,
Yeah,
just like
that's true.
watching what was happening. So
It kind of makes Crisis 3... Crisis 3, as much as it looks kind of like a bland shooter, and as much as Crisis 2
that
kind of felt
mode
like
is
that,
really interesting.
it's
It-
interesting, but the
it-
thing is that 2 felt really good because the blend-y kind of stuff that it did with the blending in with the suit modes and everything felt really awesome. So
it'll be interesting to see how this
Yeah.
goes.
more of that is fun.
I want to know if you can go maximum speed and then maximum strength and just roll into like a group with them and just start fucking punching and just
God.
they're going flying. It's like, what the fuck is that? Great.
I hope you can like stab a guy in the face, pick up his body, and then force mode like throw a dude into a dude and just
Yeah,
kinda-
and on his screen he's just like looking at you, just like
yeah.
yeah,
That'd be
perfect, just
sick.
holding him up. Perfect,
Perfect.
great.
Done.
Oh yeah, you do the
Yeah.
the neck holding.
Oh,
That's what you
done.
meant. Yeah.
Done. Pre-order.
It's like no one can see that. I'm holding the guy up with one hand, and then the gun to the dude's face. No, do they have visors? No, the normal dudes don't have visors.
No, they just have helmets.
Just seeing the first person and just a barrel in your face, and like, oh my god, and you can like hear the other player and just yell at him like, "You're dead, motherfucker!"
Yeah, it's got to be like proximity voice chat.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Mom, no more milk chocolate. Well, that wasn't as cool, but whatever. Design decisions.
Oh, God.
That's going to be really interesting. Every time a game announces a asynchronous mode like that, it sounds really cool. The one that comes to mind most out of this is I think it's called Silent Hunter or something like that from Chronicles of Riddick, where it was like 15 on 1 and just a dude was playing as Riddick.
Yeah,
Oh,
I never actually played the multiplayer for that game, but I heard it was kind of cool.
Well,
awesome.
specifically that mode
Yeah.
is like, okay, so Riddick is like haunting in the shadows and stuff, and I think it was like you get points by killing Riddick,
Oh, probably.
and like Riddick can get points by killing a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So it was like all the players were, but I think you get points for killing other players too. But like
Probably.
if you like killed all the players and then were alone, Riddick would just fucking end you.
Oh, yeah.
So that was really cool. I think Metal Gear Solid had something really similar to that too in Metal Gear Online.
Yeah.
Like something it was named contextually for snake hunting or something like that.
You
And
s-
one person was playing as Solid Snake, and then it was the PMCs and the whatever Freedom Fighters,
Yeah.
whatever it was, fighting each other. But then Snake was just like around on the map.
As if they closed it online right before the patch. Anyway.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Blah.
And then Max Payne has that with Painkiller.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a Juggernaut mode though.
Yeah.
But still,
Um,
those modes are really interesting.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. Excited about
Keep it fresh.
Crisis 3 multiplayer, I guess. It's kind of, I didn't expect to say
What
that.
a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's taken them this long to put
Wow.
some sort of nano suit versus regular
Yeah.
dude mode in
Yeah,
there.
you think they would have done that?
Crisis.
Yeah.
yeah.
Boy, I can't wait to use Origin for that again.
Ooh.
Crisis 2 is back on Steam.
Yeah, that's right. Crisis 2 actually didn't use Origin. Actually, it's probably going to be a good thing that it's going to use Origin because Crisis 2 filled up with hackers so fast on PC.
Really?
Yeah.
But
Why would Origin stop that?
because I think Crisis 2 was using GameSpy.
Oh.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Hey, you have to alt-tab out of the game and then alt-tab back and you don't have a cursor to redeem this product code. DLC.
That's great.
Have fun.
Game shop.
Anyway, so Final Fantasy 17. Wow, that is a 7. I don't know where the X came from in my brain. Final Fantasy 7 is now available for a download for PC. A new version of it.
Are you sure that's not the fucked up thing?
Nope, it's finally out.
yeah,
It's finally out now.
yeah,
It's $10. I think you can get it for sale on $8 or something right now. People are complaining because like, yo, this game's like 15 years old. It's really awesome. Why do I need an internet connection to play it? So,
DRM.
yeah, DRM. Yeah, I don't know. It's got slightly improved graphics and stuff.
Is it not like fully? Is it not like HD?
No, it's not. It's not
no,
HD.
they didn't
It's
do an HD remake.
yeah. It's the best way I can describe it is Final Fantasy 7 had like, oh look, there's 2 triangles intersecting. That's my elbow. It kind of goes up to like Final Fantasy 8 where it's, oh, that's an arm.
That's a jagged arm.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's as best as I can. I haven't actually seen much of it, but I think I saw a screenshot that resembled that. So I'm gonna say it's that. With my super informed self.
Nice.
So other than that, we got Battlefield 3 is officially announcing a premium edition.
Doesn't that basically just
So-
come with like Back to Karkand and then
Oh.
Elite or Battlefield Premium rather?
Yeah, it's just Battlefield with everything premium gives you. So you get
Does Premium give you Karkand?
Yeah. it
yep,
does.
it gives you all the DLCs. So the premium edition is going to be $70, which is I guess a steal considering the game is still like 49 or 50, and then you'd have to buy the DLC for
I think it's
49.
down to $40 now.
So 40
Yeah,
bucks.
it's
40
$40.
bucks. Either way, so it'd be 40 bucks plus 49 for premium, especially if you're new and you don't even have Karkand or anything.
That's $90.
So 90 bucks.
Yeah.
So you save 20.
Cheaper.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not bad.
All right. But I wonder if that's
I
going to be
wonder
on
if it'll be
consoles.
linked to the disc or if it'll be
it's
a
probably
code.
linked to the account.
Because this might be a really interesting way for people to be like splitting a $70 copy is $35 each. So like someone gets the game and then you can get the premium access.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
It also says that that edition of the game gives you a head start kit, which lets you choose or lets you automatically unlock 15 different weapons, gadgets, and vehicle upgrades to give a bonus for new players.
So start playing Battlefield right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I mean,
cool.
like I have an AK with no sight on it. I'm fucking dead every 10 seconds. Fantastic.
Now you can have
My rocket launcher.
Now
doesn't
you have
kill
a slight
vehicles.
chance, but that's okay because the jets still have missiles, and you don't.
Yep.
Other than that, speaking of Battlefield-y kind of games, Black Ops 2 kind of released a shit ton of info on their multiplayer.
Oh yeah, there's lots to talk about
Lots
there.
of intense.
There's, I won't say too much, but other than that, they dropped it. It's back to the old Call of Duty ways where you unlock things as you level up. It's not so much. You unlock a pool of things to get apparently, but it's still kind of not. Hey, you can get everything you want. You can buy it by like level 20 and have everything, and then you just use that till you're maxed.
Yeah, not the Black Ops way.
Yeah, so it's not the Black Ops way. There's still 55 levels. They're changing the kill streaks to not be kills. It's score based. So if you kill a guy,
They're
it's
called
100
score streaks
the
now.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
called
yeah.
score
Score
streaks. So you kind of get score for doing different things. Like, oh, you got a flag, you kill someone, it's 200 points. Hey, look, you almost got your UAV or whatever. But the interesting thing is the loadouts are no longer like, hey, you can have a gun and have
So here's
one
a weapon
sight.
slot.
Yeah.
Here's a secondary weapon slot.
It's-
Here's a perk slot. Perk
Yeah.
slot. Perk slot. It's now you just have 10 points.
Yeah.
And
Go
you can
nuts.
allot that to whatever you want.
It's like you want a gun, but you want a sight and a silencer on it, and then you want to add an underslung grenade launcher. Oh, that's cool. And then you want to have like
So that's
4
4
different.
points,
And then it's
right?
like, oh,
'Cause
with
it's gun, attachment.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
right,
for
yeah.
one gun. Yeah, and then you have 6 left to kind of do like, okay, now I want a grenade. Now I want to be able to sprint. Now I want to have. Actually, I don't know if the kill streaks go in with that
No, I
don't think so.
Oh, the score
think they
streaks.
do. I don't think they do. I
because
think
10
that's-
sounds like a lot now. Now that I think about it, so I'd say maybe it
Yeah.
does.
How many score streaks are there? 3 usually is what you
Yeah,
got.
or you can choose less.
Well, maybe if you're lower level, you have like 5 points.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But no, it's kind
Really?
of
that.
All I want is so you can equip 9 perks and a knife.
well.
Fuck yeah.
Well, what they showed in the trailer is the guy had a tactical knife and a magnum, and then he had 6 perks, which made him run fast, reload fast, stab people fast, and be quiet, and not be detectable. So he's like, it's good. It looks
Great.
Looks fun. I don't know. It's
played
more
it.
Call of
For
Duty.
anyone not watching live right now, Riccio made a repeated stabbing motion as he made that noise. Yeah.
Like a chipmunk.
Oh God, it's coming right at me.
But
A
other
magnum and a knife. What's going on?
other than that, they also talked about the ability to stream your games live. They didn't say to what service, so it might be Twitch, it might be Own 3D, it might
be Elite TV.
It might be Elite TV, it might be
Fuck
live
if I know.
stream, it might be Ustream, I don't know. Or it'll
There's
be
a website called Livestream.
Yep.
Yeah, livestream.com.
Huh.
It's weird because they allot you a certain amount of time before you have to pay them to keep using their bandwidth.
Yep.
It's great. But it's premium, apparently. Anyway. So Black Ops 2, tons of info. There's so much that we haven't talked about, so go read up on that if you guys don't know or we want to hear more about it. Apparently there's going to be an Angry Birds
I
trilogy.
told you to close that. I don't care.
So Angry Birds Trilogy is not going to be a downloadable title. It is going to be a full retail product for the 360 and PlayStation 3 for $39 and $29 for the 3DS. You get Angry Birds Classic, Seasons, Rio, and 19 exclusive levels for a total of around 700 puzzles. Apparently that clocks in at 150 plus hours of gameplay. What the fuck? Apparently it looks good in 1080p, according to sources. Meaning Destructoid. I don't know.
It looks
39
good in more than 1080p because that's the resolution of the fucking iPad and iPhone.
Ooh.
Retina displays are
Don't
huge.
give a shit.
Aren't they like 2048 by something crazy?
The
Hey,
new-
Dan.
Yeah, the iPad 3 is.
Hey Dan, Angry Birds.
I don't care.
Hey Dan, wait for it. 1,000 achievement points.
I still don't care.
Damn. Okay. Well, you lost a sale. There's Move and Connect support. You can use your left arm to aim, lifting your right arm.
Yo,
to launch
that
the
Fruit
bird.
Ninja Connect was real good, right?
Dude, that was good
Okay,
actually.
Angry Birds.
Dude, no,
oh,
no,
no,
no.
yeah, I know Fruit Ninja was good.
Okay,
but-
I thought you were shitting on it. I was like, dude, don't.
No, that was good.
Fruit Brick's good. But yeah,
F brick.
F brick.
Brick. I just realized it doesn't come
Half
with Angry.
Ninja, Fruit brick.
It doesn't even come with Angry Birds Space.
No, yeah, it doesn't.
It's over.
Trilogy.
It's even at 60 frames per second. Call me uninterested. Anyway, so Metal Gear Solid Revengeance finally gets a release date.
Rising Revengeance.
Rising Revengeance.
Who the fuck names these things?
Platinum Games.
Oh, it's not Konami, is it?
Well,
Yeah, it's
they
Konami.
announced the name change at the same time that they were like Platinum's making
No,
this,
but is
so-
it? Konami is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Metal. Okay, it's good. I was like, it's not Capcom. Silly games like that. Yeah. So Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, February 19th, 2013, finally got announced.
I hope that if you buy that game, they're like, "Yo, you get
Every
the
Metal
dude's name?
Gear.
What's the main dude's name?
Raiden?
Yeah, you get Raiden Anarchy Reigns.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
Yeah.
You just shit my pants.
I also,
Stealing that from Picnic
I
Fest.
think I've mentioned this before. I hope they offer some way to unlock Dude from Vanquish in Anarchy Reigns.
I hope they just slide Anarchy Reigns into it because it won't be out yet. just take a fucking game. Come on. Come on, Sega.
They said Q1 2013 for
Yeah, I
Anarchy
know, but-
Reigns, so it could be out. What if they launch it the same day?
What if it's a
Or like
double
buy-
pack?
Yes. Just yes.
And if you
For
buy that,
$39.99
then you get.
I'll take
with
7.
Angry Birds.
What if it comes with Half-Life 3?
What if it's Kinect supported? What if it lets you?
Okay, actually,
Hold on
Kinect
now.
supported Metal Gear Rising.
No.
Revengeance would be pretty cool.
No.
With the,
What if it lets you use your PlayStation Move on your 360? And then what happens is when you connect it,
I need to clarify
No.
something for the people listening. Riccio has a totally serious face while he's
No.
saying all of this.
and then when you connect it, like you get the Kinect to see it, and then it's just like, okay, now I want you to grab your 3DS and I want you to shake it.
Oh God. And then an
Now, if
egg.
you open it up, you should see pointed at the screen. It's
There'll be an
acting like
egg.
a giant AR card.
And there'll be an egg. No.
Oh God.
That game's going to be
That's
kinda
what Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is, a Pokemon breeding simulator.
That's all it's about. Yeah. But then the second the multiplayer is going to go down or whatever. I don't even know. I don't know.
Oh, fucking hell. No. Just no.
So BioWare has finally announced the what is it called?
Leviathan.
Leviathan. I was like preliminaries? No, I don't know. The Leviathan.
Mass Effect 3 preliminaries.
Getting ready for the
It's
Olympics.
after the end game. No, okay.
Getting ready for the Olympics. Shepard's a big disappointment this year. He only got a silver.
Look at that. He jumped from really high.
Heard you guys like the Olympics, so we're gonna give you this golden opportunity to buy this DLC. Anyway, I don't even fucking. It's time for you to go and meddle into the Prometheus thing. Anyway, okay, points. The DLC.
Leviathan. Why are you just saying
Thank you. The
Prometheus?
Leviathan DLC for Mass Effect 3 will be coming out on August 28th, 2012.
Of 2013.
Of 2013. No, of 2012. So soon.
13.
I don't think they announced the price. I'm gonna say $10.
Yeah, most likely.
Did I mention this on the podcast or before the podcast where I said
You want-
LucasArts is dropping the fucking ball if Star Wars 1313 does not come out in 2013 on the 13th of a month.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure LucasArts is rich enough to buy a 13th month
13,
for
13,
one
13.
day. For 13 days. Sorry.
We release little
When would they
bits.
insert it? Right in between November and December? It's prime.
They jam
holiday
it in
season.
and call it Jansenber.
Fuck you,
Gene.
Riccio. That was terrible.
Oh God.
Put that pun down.
Yeah.
That's also the day that Half-Life 3 launches.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So
On Jan
13th.
November. Actually, it launches on the 3rd of that month.
Oh, God.
Wait, does that mean no? Does that mean that we have to wait till year
You think-
3003?
Do you think
So it could be
Half-Life 3...
Oath-
Hold up. You think Half-Life 3 is going to come out on March 3rd, 2013?
No, that's what I was gonna say. Is I think it has to wait till 3003 because it has to be 333.
3?
Yeah.
3,
And it'll be Gabe
There's 4
Newell's
threes there.
3,000th generations of child being like,
Gabe Newell the 3,000.
it's I don't know.
Gabe will just like
On
walk
Steam
out.
the third.
Oh, God.
I don't even understand where we're going with this
I
anymore.
know.
You're just adding 3 onto things.
Oh, my.
Final Fantasy Half-Life Episode 3.
The
2?
final.
X2. I don't even. We're going down this path again with Half-Life 3.
Yeah, just.
Speaking of 3, Far Cry 3 got their DLC. No, fuck. Insane Edition announced. But no, not their Insane Edition. Sorry, they got a new trailer that got put out.
Co-op.
There's a picture here, and it's busting my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, co-op DLC, co-op trailer got announced. The characters look cool.
Yeah, they do. Look really
Full-on
cool.
story for that.
Yeah.
The story kind of sounded silly though. It's like, yo, we're on a boat. Fuck this guy who's driving this thing.
That's because it's a fucking trailer, and no one really knows much about the full-on story of Far Cry 3 or the co-op right now, so they're probably trying to keep it that way.
I hope it's
Yeah.
going to be
The
kind of
most
like
interesting thing about Far Cry 3 to anyone is not
Yeah.
like, yo, this game's open world or whatever. It's like that the villain.
yeah.
That dude.
I really hope that the game.
They don't even show this sea captain guy they keep
Yeah, I
talking
know.
about. So
Oh, you
But-
saw
but-
like maybe 2 seconds of him.
no,
No.
that was one of the dudes. That
Yeah.
was the cop
Oh.
dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I really hope that the co-op starts off. You're just in a barn and like, I fucking hate that sea captain. I fucking hate that sea captain. I fucking hate that sea captain.
Dude,
Yo,
you guys know this.
fucking sea captain's fucking stupid. Dude, drink to that, and then they
Whoa,
get drunk
sorry,
and they just start
Scottish
shooting
guy. What
people.
did you just say?
That was the best part of that trailer.
And then they
We're
just
all
start
just sitting
shooting.
here watching it before the podcast, and all the characters have like an intro couple of sentences that they say, and like,
The Scottish dude says something and Dan just goes,
wait, what did that?
wait,
guy
what?
say?
I understood it kind of.
Pardon me?
You're also sitting the closest.
I was.
So
Though we're all wearing head. No, we weren't.
Nope.
Okay, understandable. But yeah, and then you just start shooting things in a drunken rage, and that's when the game is just like, well, I guess.
why are we on a boat? Why do we all wake up here? Must be
What?
the sea captain.
I
He
hope-
did this to us.
I hope a game comes out one day with no story, and it's like, yo, man, I fucking hate that guy. Let's just kill people till we get to him. Like, bystander or not, let's go.
Developed by Suda51.
Right, yep, next game. You're a football player.
Drink a lot, chainsaw. You just fucking go around cutting everybody up. That sounds like something I do not want to like affiliate myself with. Anyway, so Far Cry 3 trailer.
Drink a lot of chainsaw.
How about you drink a lot of chainsaw? No, it was. So it probably sounds terrible.
That happened.
PlanetSide 2 trailer came out. A lot of people versus a lot of people.
Yep.
Looks like PlanetSide 1. I am happy. free to play. I
Do you think
think
the Just Cause 2 multiplayer beta is secretly the PlanetSide 2 beta?
Yes.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
1,000 on 1,000.
I was trying to make a pun with grappling, but I can't do it. It's good.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so that's it for news. That's it.
Yep.
Do we have any questions?
I don't know if we have any questions. If there's anybody in the chat, once again, we are live broadcasting this. Is there anybody in the chat who has a question, who would like to have us answer it? Or if you guys have anything, once again, if you guys are listening in from the iTunes version or from YouTube, down below, leave a comment with a question. We'll answer it for sure on the next podcast.
Or tweet us at
Unity
Gaming with an E.
Unity Gaming.
Unity.
No matter where you're listening to us, just look up the title.
Follow
of
the
it.
Twitter account now.
Yep.
I'm updating it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's fun.
As well as Facebook, we'll be posting our videos there as well. So,
We got an actual question.
we got an actual question.
It might have been asked already before,
I
but
think we've been asked that a ton of times.
Max Payne 3.
What is your favorite game of 2012 so
Max
far?
Payne 3. Max Payne 3.
yep.
Man, Sleeping Dogs has kind of taken it so far, but I can't speak for it fully because I haven't finished it. Actually, depending on how Papo and Yo goes, because it's just so different of a premise, I would almost give it to that.
Really?
We'll see.
Oh.
We got to keep updating that list, by the way.
Yeah.
now that stuff's
Yeah,
coming
we
out.
should probably do that.
Somebody also asked, what is the most difficult game you have ever played ever?
Ninja Gaiden 2.
Fuck that game.
I have answers for everything.
You ruined this podcast, Dan.
Give me questions.
Dark Souls would probably be up there. Though we'll see how it plays on PC with better frame rate.
Turn-based strategy.
Fucking Hero Academy. It's the most difficult game ever.
I'm trying to answer questions. What are your favorite genre within video games? Turn-based strategy.
Favorite genre? I don't know. A lot of them. Favorite quotes in video games? I would have to say a final quote in Max Payne 1 or 2 that I cannot remember.
Yeah.
That's how favorite it is.
Yep.
But it was something like the final
do
bullet
you like
rings
the Halo
into
4
the...
loadouts? I don't think we read anything about
No, I
that.
haven't been following.
The Halo 4 loadouts, I'm going to kind of quickly explain it. It's the different armors give you different things, such as ones will be like, oh, you don't... When you go into the visor mode where you can kind of heat see everything,
Yeah.
one will be like, oh, you don't really appear that much, but you still appear on the radar. Your footsteps don't do any sound, though. Another one will be like, oh, look, you can kind of regen
You're
health
saying
in
it's
vehicles.
like Call of Duty.
It's like Call of Duty, except
Okay.
for it's based on armors and stuff. And I think you can level them up individually and all that sort of stuff.
That's not bad.
What is this? If you had 3 apples, Riccio, and Dan and Devin wanted one, would you give them one?
You better give me one.
I was going to make a joke. It was going to be a pun until I realized it was going to be My Little Pony. And second of all, it would have the word Applejack in it. And then I don't want to have the words Apple and Jack with you guys. So yes, I would give them apples just to skip that entire conversation. Yeah, totally.
Awesome.
It would pit them against each other.
I'm actually trying to still
To the
think
core.
of my favorite quote. That question there. That's
While you think of that, let's move on to other ones. What is your greatest video game rage moment?
I was playing Mortal Kombat with Dustin. We were playing the demo because it early released on PS3 and he's in Hamlin, so he came over to my house. And I had basically almost never played a Mortal Kombat game before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's 4 characters.
Mm-hmm.
There was Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Melina, and Johnny Cage
Okay.
that you could play as in the demo. And so we were rotating a lot between them, but then eventually we settled into Scorpion and Sub-Zero, respectively, between me and Dustin. So he was playing Sub-Zero, I was playing Scorpion. And he figured out mid-match how to do the freeze body thing.
Jump back.
Yeah,
Freeze.
where you put out a frozen copy of yourself, and if
Yeah.
your opponent touches it, they freeze, and you just walk in for a free hit. You start doing that a bunch. That was getting... It was funny, but it was kind of ridiculous. And there was one where he put it and then just ran forward through it, and we were fighting for a little bit, and the thing is off screen, so we don't know if it's still there. He does like a kick that throws me a long way. I fly across the screen, hit the ice body, and freeze in midair. And I just fucking threw my controller because it was like a close game. It was the last round. I just fucking threw my controller. I got up, fucking walked out of my room. He just fucking fell out of the chair laughing.
Oh my god.
I think one of my worst.
It's
ones,
not like the most ragey moment, but it's my favorite.
Yeah, I think one of my worst ones is actually playing Dustin in Street Fighter during the marathon. Like, it was like the first day. And
Yeah,
you guys wouldn't
all those fighting games that first day was pretty great.
I fucking hate both of you so much. I managed to beat him like 1 out of like every
Unibeam.
12.
Unibeam.
And I just fucking...
Unibeam.
I beat him, and I was like, I'm fucking done. I hate you. Like, friendship is over. And I just like got up and like flipped the controller and like walked into the kitchen. Like, I just couldn't look at him. I was so angry.
I'm trying to scroll through my Steam games list to see if there's one that'll bring up some sort of memory, but
Oh, for favorite game so far this year?
no, for rage moment.
I want to be the guy.
No, not even, because that was still fun. I think like the only time I can remember getting really pissed off at a game, like legitly angry, would have been like back when I was a child playing like Counter-Strike or something, and people would hack. And you just like, that was back in the day whenever I was that kid who would just be like, fuck you fucking asshole, fucking hack, bitch. And then I would like start hacking too, and fuck you guys. And, like, but I wouldn't really hack, but
Sure,
I'd say that shit. I'm gonna hack your account, fucking, like that was what I would probably descend into. But that was like 1.3 Counter-Strike, and I was a little lad.
What is the best announced game for 2013 so far? It's one of the questions.
I don't know. I got nothing right now at the moment.
Like still to come out? It's got to be either Assassin's Creed 3 or Last of Us.
Oh, 2013?
Yeah, Last of Us.
Or 2013. Last of Us is 2013 now,
Yep.
isn't it?
Last of Us.
Or
Star Wars 1313.
or
That actually comes out in 2013. It's the best game.
Or
ever.
Watch Dogs, if that's out.
Star
Actually, I would
Wars.
still go with StarCraft, man. Fucking StarCraft, Heart of the Swarm. Which beta invites...
Yeah, beta fucking news. Didn't talk about that.
Jesus.
They're starting to send out beta. They've announced that they are going to start sending out closed beta invites to Heart of the
Ooh.
Swarm.
Not
wow.
bad.
Nice.
Not bad.
Today, that happened.
Oh.
They
Lovely.
tweeted it. Is there any other questions here? Do we get any questions on the...
No, I'm checking right now. Oh, we didn't even mention the Team Fortress 2 update.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that's right. I told
Man-
you to fucking close that window because
Yeah.
it would come up naturally.
It broke.
But then totally
Yeah,
didn't.
so Man vs. Machine came out.
Did it?
Yeah, it
Is it out
officially
now?
came out before we started recording.
Okay.
The funny thing about it is that people were trying to make servers and host them because obviously people are going to want to be playing on this.
Yeah.
What they said is the requirement for hosting a server for Man vs. Machine. It is a 6. Okay, first of all, the game is a 6-player wave-based kind of kill robots, get money, buy upgrades, kind of like World at War type stuff. So it pits 6 of you against bots. Now to host it, you need to have 6 player slots as well as 26 bot slots.
Whoa.
Which means you need to have a 32-player server. If you do not, apparently there's not going to be enough bots, or it won't let you switch and host it, because it's supposed to be a 6-on-24 or whatever, or it's a 6-on-28 or 26. So I don't know. It's apparently really wonky that way because apparently it's incredibly CPU intensive as well, and just it's gonna be some weird server things for the launch. I think it's gonna be have a lot of people having trouble getting into servers, and then it'll kind of
Well, you're saying that most people only pay for
24
players?
slots or even
Which is
sometimes
what
less.
yours is,
Yeah, mine's
right?
a 24 slot, so we won't be able to do it for our server. But they mentioned though they're like it's supposed to be played that way, but people can actually up the player count to higher than 6 if they wanted to. But then you have more players than robots, and then it'll become easier, and then it'll be as fun, and the challenge is going to kind of get ruined. But it's up to you
So
to
it's
choose.
built for 6 or less?
Yeah.
It's built for 6 or less. Yeah,
Okay.
apparently. So that's kind of.
I actually haven't read a damn thing. I watched that announcement trailer and was like,
Yeah, I
okay,
haven't-
this is coming out soon? Great.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. Oh, we didn't even talk about how Black. Oh no, we did the showcasting for Black Ops. We talked about that last week.
Yep.
But yeah, so other than that, I think that's
I think that's about it.
pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other last minute questions?
I think that's well while we're getting possible last.
There's
minute
one up
questions.
there from at the very top.
What is your most major pet peeve or nuisance that keeps appearing in video games, or a specific one that you just hate? Oh, I've got one.
Okay.
All right, what's yours?
That thing where you're like, yo, this game is really fun. You really like these mechanics. You've been kind of getting a good challenge. Oh, by the way, this is the last 30 minutes. We're going to make it fuck hard.
Oh, that's brutal. I
So
hate that.
Uncharted.
Yep.
Yeah, sure, Uncharted. Or like a lot of other crap. Where it's just like, oh, suddenly these things just put like way too many things you can deal with and like just make it as if you were 4 difficulties higher and just die and die and die and die and die and die and die. And it's usually the games that have the longest loading screens too. So,
Pet peeve in video games.
yeah. That or like the thing when you go to quit out of a game and it's like unsaved progress, and you're like, am I gonna lose something?
Oh, yeah,
Fuck
I hate
it.
that. I hate that.
Yeah, actually, I hate the shit out of it too.
Because you're like, what?
Because I'm super paranoid about that stuff. I'll be like, save. Okay,
Yeah.
save again.
Did I save that right? Okay. Check the times. I think my
Yeah.
clock's off.
Yeah, exactly.
Save again. Okay, my clock is off.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like that way that okay sounded. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, my clock's off.
Oh. I have to agree with that one. On
Yeah.
the
That's a
save
really good
part.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
I want to say that like Dorkly or something had a voting contest on all that kind of stuff last month.
Yeah. I would also go with any PC game or any PC port which is announces not a port, or a game that's like coming out for PC also. By the way, it's going to be like the shittiest version of it, and we like. Okay.
What if they don't announce and you just buy it and it turns out to be Darksiders 2?
Oh jeez. Ghost Recon Future Soldier, by the way, got patched. I don't know if we talked about this last week. It got a huge patch, and that game was really shit in terms of frame rate and how it ran. The PC port team was apparently like 5 or 10 people, and they had to deal
What?
with all of it, including managing the forums, like everything. Everything that PC port apparently was 10 people. And they put out...
Ubisoft has the people for this.
Yeah, no,
What?
but apparently they put out some sort of Jesus patch that made the entire thing run like 100 frame rate now, like perfect. The multiplayer's working, it's loading, but they haven't actually fixed the options menu where you can't, like, it doesn't save your graphics settings. But anyway, it runs really good.
Oh, not bad.
But I hate games that come out and they're like, yo, it'll run really good on PC. It's coming out PC like day and date. By the way, it's going to be shit. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, that is.
Kudos, though, for Dark Souls for trying, because they're like, we've never made a PC game before, but you guys really wanted it. So
We're trying.
kudos to them.
Like, I think that if Dark Souls has to sell well and at least sell as many copies as the people that signed
Man.
that petition.
I want
Otherwise, no one is ever going to take that shit seriously ever
Nope.
again.
that petition. Everybody who signed it should buy it, but half of those people are now like, yeah, man, I would have totally bought it, but Games for Windows Live, and it's like, it's not that bad. Sure, you can have issues.
The only
with
people
it,
that
but
have fucking real issues with Game for Windows Live are people that are trying to do like fucking hacking shit.
Either
while they
hacking
play
or people-
pirated games.
or it's either hacking or people who don't actually have a 360 or a Windows Live account set up, because sometimes creating it will fuck up, and then the reason it's annoying is because if you don't have a Games for Windows Live account set up, or it's the first time you've installed it, when you boot up the game, and say you're not running on like a new 7 that has that Games for Windows stuff built in, it has to install it, which when it installs, then it has to update, which boots you out of the game, asks you to go back in, has to download the update, boots you out of the game, installs it, usually goes back in, has another patch, boots you out of the game, installs it, then you sign in. To sign in, it has to download your profile, which takes forever, or you create one, which has to boot you out to create it, then you go in, and then it'll have like, it's just like shit to go through when you just want to get to the game. But people like us who have it, you just kind of load it up, put in your freaking email password, it loads in, and that's it. Like, you're done. So
the
for us, there's no
ridiculous
issue.
fucking thing about like this is that a lot of the troubles with this is people trying to sign up for accounts the day the game comes out. You all fucking know it's going to have Games for Windows Live. You can get prepared
Yeah.
But why the
just
fuck would they
log
ever
in
do
with
that?
a gamer tag.
Why would they ever be prepared for something that they're paying for? That's a horrible sarcasm, by the way.
To be fair, the one thing that I can understand people's rage for Games for Windows Live is sometimes, because of the way it stores save games to your profile, and it downloads like a profile kind of thing, and that's where it stores it. Sometimes that profile will get corrupted, and it'll just completely lose your entire save games, and it won't even be your fault. Like, you'll just log in one day, and it's like, yeah, you were connecting, and it didn't save right. You just lost all your saves. No worries. There's no way to it'll just delete that entire like files thing off your computer. So everything Games for Windows Live is just boop. So
which is
sometimes
stupid.
that'll happen. It's really rare, but it does happen, and I fully understand people who are pissed at that.
I have never had any bit of difficulty with Games for Windows Live.
Same for me. And I've been using it even since like the first game that used it, which was Halo 2, and then Shadowrun. And all that stuff has worked flawlessly for me. But then again, I've always had an Xbox account to tie
First
with
game
it.
I used it for was Dawn of War 2.
Yeah, so that worked well for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't have any complaints for it. In fact, there's part of me that even likes it. So I don't know.
Yeah. No.
But I fully understand people who've had like legit issues, like where it's bricked save games or not loaded, or One actually big thing is that because of Games Windows Live, it's region locked. So some people have, like, say some games, Green Man will give you a North American code if you live in North America, even though they're from Europe.
Right.
But sometimes you'll get like a North American code, and then you connect, and it's like, oh, we're trying to connect to the North American servers, but you're clearly in the UK, so nope, you can't play this game at all. Or if there's multiplayer games, it sections it off. Like, I think people in Dark Souls will only be able to play with people from North America, or maybe it's not like that. I don't know. Apparently, there's region locks for certain things like that. So little things like that can be bothersome. But I don't see how, like, 90% of the people who ever bring it up hate the shit out of it. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I know.
I don't understand.
It's not. If it was that big, it wouldn't be like people wouldn't buy those games.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
It's a small, loud percentage.
Yeah.
Agreed on that one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't post on forums, but I have nothing bad to say about it. So
yeah.
people, I guess I should start posting and be like, no, guys, it's good.
But yeah, I mean, Dark Souls has to sell at least the amount of signatures on that petition, or no internet petition will ever be taken seriously for this kind of thing again. It's be like, well, you guys fucking signed it, you want it, we put in the effort, we put in the money, and then no one fucking bought it. Yeah. So every other game developer's gonna be like, look at this, you all said you really wanted this, fuck you.
Yeah.
We're not putting in the money to do it.
If it comes out and it runs 30 frames, I don't give a shit that it's locked at 30 frames, but if it runs smoothly at 30 frames for the entire thing, it's automatically better than the console version for me in terms of playability. And I hope more people see that, or anybody who's been waiting behind. Like, despite the fact that Games Windows Live might brick on you or something, it works really well, and I hope that it will. I hope it will work really well, and I hope more people are going to see that, and even people who didn't sign the petition will go out and buy it. I hope, especially. I hope it does okay enough to last as, like, just doing okay sales until, like, a winter sale, and I hope it goes, like, half off.
And then it just
skyrockets. And then From Software is just like, we got to do this all the time. And I don't know. I really hope that they do sell enough to make them happy to create more games for the PC.
Yeah, it'd be good.
So,
interesting.
Anyway.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
But I think if you are on that petition and you are not, like, totally fucked over on Games Windows Live in some way, you should buy that game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't even sign it.
You're, like, morally obligated.
No, I didn't even sign it, but I'm still buying it. I think Green Man is to thank for that one, because similar to all their other sales, you can get it for cheap, and a lot of people who are like, oh, I wasn't even going to pick it up, but hey, I can get it for like 30, then yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And it is a budget game. It's 39 or 49. 39. So.
39.
So, yeah. But anyway, I think that's going to do it. So regular sign-offy things. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. If you guys are listening on iTunes, don't subscribe on that too.
Yes.
That's weird. I was going to say follow. Yeah, don't forget to, if you're on iTunes, leave us a comment or, like, rate us. I really don't want to say it. It really helps us out.
Really helps us out.
Really helps us out.
But no, it helps us know, first of all, if you guys even enjoy it, but it also helps us have the chance to possibly pop up higher ratings in the...
we want to do good stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
We want to know we're doing good stuff.
More people...
If we're not, we'll change it.
It's kind of like, even if one random person out there goes, you know what? Like, even if you write good, period. That's it. Good. It kind of gives us a boost, like, yeah, let's keep doing this.
Yeah. No,
So
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that it's not just for naught.
Yeah. And I mean, if you guys listen to us on YouTube, send us a like, leave a comment. Both ways, leave us questions, either on Twitter, like we said, at EunityGaming.
Like us on Facebook now.
Like us on Facebook as well.
Active.
Leave questions anywhere. You can even email us at podcast@eunitygaming.com. I don't know what else to say.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you guys. Sure. And I think we're going to try to get every podcast hopefully out by Thursday morning of every week. Does that sound like... Because we record them Wednesday night. So by the time iTunes resets and YouTube does its thing, roughly Thursday morning.
Do we want to announce that change right now?
What change?
The name?
Oh, yeah, Ooh, yeah, because I guess it's going to change on the iTunes. We might be changing the name of the podcast to...
Well, no, we're gonna.
We're gonna be changing the name of the podcast on the 30th episode, which is next week's, to the Unity Gaming Podcast.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll still accept people to call it UnityCast and all that stuff. It's just going to be an easier term to kind of look at and people to know what this is going to be about. Because, I mean, a lot of people, you kind of see it UnityCast and you're like, I don't really know what this is. So maybe having the cliche word of gaming in there is going to help us out a little bit. But it shouldn't be too big of a change. pretty sure you'll still be able to search for EunityCast, and it'll be like the artist name, and will still pop up anyway. So
Yep. It'll be good.
no worries. Plus, if you subscribe to us, you won't change. It'll be using the same RSS feed, so
Yeah, don't
you're
worry
all
about
still
it.
good. Anybody out there is still who is subscribed to us? Yeah, that's gonna do it. It is now Thursday.
Shit.
Officially.
Officially
Yep,
Thursday.
officially
It is-
Thursday.
It is midnight and 15 minutes. So to everyone who's here, if you're listening to us as late as we're recording this,
Go to bed.
go to bed. Or if it's the weekend,
Party.
rock on.
Unless you work nights, in which case,
Don't go to bed.
hope
If
you're
you're
having
at
a
work-
good lunch.
If you're- yeah.
Hope you're
Oh,
having
yeah.
a good lunch.
So yeah, have a good whatever time it is. Keep doing what you're doing.
He's Riccio.
I'm Riccio. I'm passing out.
I'm Dan.
I'm Sompy.
And yeah.
What the fuck?